So waiting for others now. So currently I have just Gideon. Okay, great. So we have Moses from Holland. Fantastic. Come on now, come on everyone. So I need more responses. I need more responses. So drop your name and where you're joining us from in the chat box. So now we've got Alexander as well. So Alexander, uh, yeah, so Alexander Jlexi, right? I think that's the AKA. So very nice name from Nigeria. Okay, we have Abayomi from Nigeria, Stephen from Nigeria, Ismail from Rwanda, and so many more. I'm really glad that we have a lot of persons, diversified persons within our mix. All right. So I'm going to be hosting this session today, and the host is Efemina Ipo, who will be taking us through how we can build this application, how we can build various applications without coding. All right. Efemina, over to you.
All right, good evening, good afternoon, regardless of where you're joining in from. My name is Efemena Ipro, and I'll be your, I'll be the one facilitating the session for today. So we have quite a number of people from Nigeria. We have quite a number of people, Nigeria most especially. Moses from Oland, Ismail from Rwanda. Yeah, it's good to meet you guys. We're still going to be expecting more people. So I know you're going to be sending in the reminders to people for them to join the session. It's time for them to join the call. All right. So I'm not going to waste too much time. It's Friday. Okay. Do you know what we're going to do before we jump into the session? Okay. All right. I don't know about you, but my week has been absolutely hectic. Okay. But regardless, okay. I want to know how your week has been. Okay. So have you had a wonderful week? Have you had a stressless week? Have you had, how has your week been? Just in one word. Beautiful, amazing, stressful, whatever it is, just use one word to classify your week. It's all right. So let's start from there. And we'll jump into the main conversation for today. Okay. All right. So how has your week been in just one word? Oh, awesome. I have Fatima. Stressful. All right, Fatima. Almost the same thing with myself and Emmanuel. Also stressful. All right, beautiful, adventurous, fantastic. Don't worry. The session today is going to be absolutely adventurous. Okay. All right, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Amazing, Stephen. All right, that's good. That's good. Fantastic. I can see. So it's a mixture, which is not too bad. All right. Well, let's just jump straight into the session for today. What I promise you something here. We're going to be on call for like 2 hours maximum. 2 hours, ridiculously for 2 hours. All right. So we're going to be looking at a particular subject area that what I would say people are sleeping on. People are literally sleeping on it. All right. And I'm going to be talking about it today, which is Power App. Okay. Which is Power Platform, not just Power App. Okay. It's Power Platform. It's a, I don't know how to put it, but it is a career path that a lot of people don't understand just yet. Everybody wants to become a data analyst, data scientist, business analyst, so on and so forth. But you see, positioning yourself in the future is very important. All right. So there's a new wave of what we call low code and no code. All right, low code and no code. All right. I would expatiate more on that as we go on because Power App is built on this particular premise: no code and no code. So today, sorry, today we are going to be building our first application. All right, a business application. And guess what? We are not going to write a single piece of code. C Sharp, PHP, Java, yeah, Python. We're not going to be writing any single code today. And you see, we will be able to build an actual working application. Now, if you believe me, put a one in the chat. If you believe we can build an application, a business application without coding, if you believe in me, put a one in the chat. Let me see. Put a one in the chat if you believe me. Let me see the people that believe in me now. Okay, fantastic. I have a lot of people believing in me, so I have I have people on my back. So even if I mess up, I can call Gideon, I can call Adebumi, I can call Poppy, I can call Jalexi, I can call Emmanuel. So even though if we mess up, people did my back, people at my back to guide me. You understand? So don't worry, you trust in me that I won't disappoint you also. I won't disappoint you. All right. So let's get started, okay? Like I said, just 2 hours, we're gonna be on a call, just to walk you through, practically how you can build an app without coding. All right. If this is your first time, okay, if this is your first time, all right, I have a special offer for you anyways. Or if this is your first time, I want you to raise up your hand. Raise up your hand if this is your first time. All right. We're in service now. We started service. Okay. So if this is your first time, raise up your hand. And all right, fine, fantastic. We have newcomers in the house. So do you know what you do? We have the usher, just look to your left. The usher is there. It's just the one that is waving at you. All right. We have a special seat. We've designed a special seat for you. All right. So go to the left, you will meet the usher and feel free to, take all the giveaways that we have there for you. All right. So it's good to have you guys on board. All the guys, if you're new on the call, it's good to have you around. Just to reiterate what we do at Analytics, that's the reason why I'm asking. All right. Because if this is your first time of joining Analytics or any of our masterclass, I need to tell you why we're actually having this kind of masterclass, why we're having this masterclass in the first place. All right. So Analytics is an educational technology. You guys can put down your hands. You're fine. You can put down your hands. Don't worry. Okay. The usher is taking care, is taking note of your names. Okay. So Analytics is an educational technology firm. Okay. And the whole essence of why we started Analytics is basically because of that, you know, because of the gap currently that exists between tech talent. All right. So you see that, outside the country, everybody's either relocating or trying to get a job, a better job. Okay. And you find out that a lot of Africans are not aware that they can actually get jobs in tech. All right. So I know there's a lot of misconception. I also fell into that trap, at the early start of my career. All right. I felt like I needed so much to get started in tech. I felt like I needed to read a lot of books, a lot of materials. I needed to do a lot in order for me to get started. Now, the key word is get started, not to become an expert, not to become, a leader, thought leader. No, to get started, to put your foot into the door. All right, for you to even gain those experience, start working with organizations, implementing solutions, and so on. How to get started. That's the problem. All right, that Analytics is literally trying to solve how to get more Africans started in tech. All right, by providing them with premium tech skills to ensure that we handhold these people and guide them into their success role in tech. That's really what we are doing. All right. So the first thing we need to do is even to make it aware to you that these jobs exist. It's not a facade. It's not a Ponzi scheme to tell you that you can do it. But in the real world, these things don't exist. I'm going to show you real time. These jobs exist. It's just that Africans don't have the skill to learn. All right, they don't have the skills in order for them to get these jobs. All right. So you won't see, you won't see other countries. Obviously they talk about the cost of living and all that, but tech would solve so much in the sense of the kind of salary you're going to have and so on and so forth. But I'm going to show you all this, the salary packages and all the things that you need to know in order for you to make a decision. All right. So essentially, we got our training program cuts across different bodies, okay, data analytics, business analysis, financial analytics, and power platform, which is no code. So meaning that if you don't even if you want to become a tech professional, but you don't want to code, there is a pathway for you also. All right. There is a pathway for you. So you're not left alone. All right. So all no coding, you are fine. You're still in the right place. We have you covered 100%. All right. So we do this by leveraging, experienced professionals that have a wealth of experience within the space to handhold you and guide you through the journey. Okay. So it's not like you're just by yourself, okay, or you don't have a community around you. Analytics provides you with the community, provides you with the expert, provides you with the materials, provides you with so much. And I'm gonna still shed more light on the so much I'm talking about at the moment that we provide for you. Okay. So that's essentially that's the whole essence of what we're doing. Okay. Get more Africans interested. All right. Get them also into the tech space. Okay. That's literally what we want to do. All right. So that's what we're going to be talking about also. How can you get started in How can you become a Power Platform developer? Is the key question. How can you become a Power Platform developer? Is the key question. So, who am I? My name is Ifemena Epro. All right, I'm the co-founder of Tenalytics, and currently I do more of, if you're based in the UK, all right, or if you know anybody in the UK, you can confirm, okay. But I do more of contracts, okay, contractor positions within the UK. So I used to lead the business data support team, within the post office in the UK. So I was leading. There was a transformation that we're going through. So I was leading the business data support aspect of that particular project. So that's what I used to do. But now I'm doing more full-time freelance contracts within the UK, within the US. So I do a little bit of contracts within the UK, US, and even in the Canadian market also. All right. So, my experience, has spanned quite a number of industries within Ireland and in the UK, most especially Ireland and the UK. All right. And I have close to a decade experience cutting across business analysis, data science, data engineering, BI developer, and so on and so forth. So, and that's the beauty of, me starting early enough. Okay, that's the beauty of me starting early. So I started as a management consultant. I didn't start in tech. Okay, I started as a management consultant. Okay, back in Nigeria, in Lagos, even in Yaba, Jokestan. That's where I started. So I have a degree in economics. Okay, went into management consulting. Did that for like 4 years before transitioning into the tech ecosystem. Right. So so you can connect with me on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Instagram. Send me a DM. I'm happy to chat with you. Okay. Um, so that's basically me, okay? And I'm going to be talking to you on how you can actually get started in Power Platform engineering, okay? And I usually tell most people, my experience as it's sort of like a motivation to most people, because a lot of people feel like they need a computer science degree, they need a certification to get started. Oh, I need to get this certificate. Oh, I need to get this master's. Oh, I need to get this PhD. Oh, I need this, I need that. Those are rationale people have at the back of their mind. But guess what? My very first international job, I had no certification, I had no masters, I had nothing. All right. And I was able to land one of, a BI developer role with one of the largest logistics supply chain company based off in for Europe, across Europe. All right. But they are domiciled in Ireland. Okay. So you see, all those experience basically tells you that you don't need a certificate, you don't need certificates, you don't need masters, you don't need all those things that you feel like you think you need. It's experience that you actually need. Projects, put it at the back of your portfolio. Those are the things that you actually need. And I'm going to be walking you through one portfolio today that you can actually get started with, which is building an application without writing a piece of code. All right. So the industry is focused more on experience than certification. All right. So again, I'll still answer most of these questions at the end of the session, but I just wanted to start with that. All right. So, what we're going to be doing today, okay, we're going to be going through 5 things. And like I said, I'm going to go through it in a simple, very easy manner. All right. So the first one I have here is build your first Power App with Power Apps application. Okay. So no coding. We're going to be building an actual application without writing a piece of code. The second part is becoming a Power Platform developer and securing a job. I like to show you. I like to share. I like to tell people things. All right, but I don't. I would always want to show you. So I'm going to go to some job sites just quickly. Like I said, I'm based off in the UK, so I'm going to be using read.co.uk. But you could use any job site really. It really doesn't matter. All right. So I'm going to go to Read. Okay, and this is the official website. All right, and I'm going to just come here and search for Power Platform. Just this is just a random search, okay? Power Platform. Just to show you the opportunities here in the UK. All right. So I want more recent. I don't want things that are coming like a month, 2 months ago. So I would go all the way down, date posted. So you see, last 2 weeks or last week, it doesn't really matter. Let's say last week. All right. Just about a week, 164 on this page alone, just this page. I'm going to show you another one real quick. Okay. So you see Power Platform lead, we have 80 to 85,000. We have Power Platform developer, 75 to 80,000. Power Platform developer, 50 to 58. Power Platform engineer, this competitive salary. But you see most of the time they state in Microsoft 365 Power Platform administrator, 36 to 45, and so on and so forth. So these are all job opportunities for just our platform. Okay. Now, the beauty about this is it's not just one place. I could go to another place. So this for if you are in the UK, you would know there's what we call JobServe. So if you're looking for contractor positions and all that, JobServe is a fantastic place to go to get, job, for contracts or, fixed term contracts, and part-time jobs and all that. Okay? Freelance jobs and all that. So I'm going to look for Power Platform again, just to show you that these jobs exist. All right, and it's not a facade. Okay, so I'm just going to cancel the region area. Just going to go to search. Now, this is another job site entirely. And you see, this is 55 to 80,000. Okay. This is another one, 60 to 70,000. This is another Power Platform. This is per annum anyway, it's not per month. Okay, don't get it twisted. All right. This is 60 to 70, 80,000. This is a Power Platform trainer, 250 to 300 pounds per day as a trainer. Now, there's a demand for this. It's not a joke. It's not, there is an absolute demand for Power Platform. And I'm going to explain why there's a demand for it. So my previous role with the post office, all right, I used to work as, like I said, I was leading business data support, all right, as essentially, the whole idea behind Power Platform was revealed because organizations don't want to spend money, all right, building complex applications anymore. And I'm going to show you that we're going to be building an actual application in this session today. And you'll see exactly why businesses are now looking for Power Platform developers to build in-house applications, to use no code applications to solve business problems quicker, faster. All right. So you see this technical business lead, this is 650 per day. Okay. This is another one, 80 to 110,000 pounds per day. That's per day per annum. Okay. So you see, these job roles exist. But the reason why you will not be able to apply for this job role is because you don't have the skill. That's literally the truth. All right. So when I tell people jobs are available, it's literally available. Okay. Jobs are actually available. All right. So that's just me showing you the job roles that are available. All right. But I'm still going to do what? Walk you through. And you see how simple this is. It's not technical. All right. This is literally a non-technical. Yes, it's a mix of technical and non-technical. But anyways, you'll see how technical it gets. But it's not coding. You're not coding. You're just really thinking. That's the technicality behind it. All right. So now, to becoming a Power Platform developer is important, and we're going to discuss it. Okay. Now, you learning a skill is not. I'm not a fan of it. Okay, learning a skill. If you cannot get a job after, it's not. That's not really. That's not what we are trying to do with analytics. All right. The whole idea behind analytics is you learning a skill and you being able to secure a job 3, 4 months after you complete your training program. Even during the training program, you can apply and still land a job. So the key thing for us is job. You getting a better job. You getting a better pay. That's the key thing for us. All right. So currently, I just showed you, positions in the UK. But I'm still going to be showing you remote full-time opportunities. Remote, fully remote, regardless of anywhere you are. You're in Rwanda, you're in Poland, you're in Zambia, you're in wherever parts, Nigeria, wherever you are, you can actually get remote jobs working as a Power Platform developer. And I'm going to show you this. Okay. The next part is tech relocation opportunities. So if you're looking to relocate with your family, with yourself, and you're trying to get, using tech to relocate, that's another opportunity for you to come through. All right. So I have a special offer for the people that wait to the end of the session. So if you wait to the end of the session, I have a special offer for you. And I'll get to talk also about the Tenalytics Growth Internship Program. Tenalytics Growth Internship Program. That's what we're going to be talking about today. So if you wait to the end of the session, you will get the recording. You will get to hear about the special offer. You get to hear about the internship, remote full-time opportunities, relocation opportunities, and so on and so forth. So like I said, the whole lessons for us at Tenalytics, I'm going to say this as many times as possible so that you understand exactly why we're doing this masterclass, talking on a Friday and all that, is to get people aware, first of all, about these job opportunities, get you skilled up in order for you to fill these opportunities. And that's it. It's as simple as that. And you earning a lot better than you're earning at the moment. Okay. All right. So we're going to be starting for the first one. Build your first Power Apps application. And we're not going to be coding. All right. So let's get started. Okay. So let's get started. Now, let's introduce the Power Platform to you. Do you know Power BI is a key question I like to ask people. Do you know Power BI? If you know Power BI, I want you to put a yes in the chat. Do you know Power BI? Yes. Okay. Valentine, yes. Okay. Any other person? Gideon, yes. Sai, yes. Olaolu, yes. Olive, yes. All right, quite a number of people know Power BI. Fantastic. Only one, Francisca, doesn't know Power BI. All right, that's good. Don't worry, you'll hear of person, you'll hear of it today. All right. So Power BI is a very powerful, is a very popular and also a very powerful tool. Most people are aware of Power BI. Everybody wants to learn Power BI one way or the other. Oh, do you offer Power BI? Do you do Power BI? Do you do Power BI everywhere? And basically, Power BI is used for business intelligence. Literally, that's what the BI stands for. BI stands for business intelligence. All right. So use it for visualization, all right, for analytics, to do reports, build reports, and so on and so forth. So Power BI is used for business analytics. All right. But what people don't understand is that Power BI is part of the Power Platform. Okay. Power BI is actually a part of the Power Platform. All right. So you see, Power BI, which is Power Business Intelligence. You see again, Power App. Okay. This is Power Automate, Power Virtual Agent, and Power Pages. So you see all the power, power, power. All right. That just basically confirms that, it's a part of the Power Platform. So Power BI, Power App, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agent, and Power Pages all constitute what we have inside Power Platform. So most people just want to learn Power BI in isolation of all the other tools. All right. So you see they learn Power BI, but they ignore Power App, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agent, and Power Pages. Now, when you going through this training program, you'll get to learn all five of them all together. Now, Power BI, like I said, is for business analytics. Power App, what we're going to be using today, is for application development, either web application or mobile application. You can build it using the Power App. Power Automate is process automation. So everything that you do on a day-to-day basis, all right, can easily be automated. And what do you use? You use Power Automate to automate your business processes. Okay. Power Virtual Agent to build chatbots. All right. So if you ever work in an organization that is either customer facing or client facing, you can actually build a chatbot, intelligent, even back it up by AI. All right, where you can have intelligent conversation with customers, with clients, and they will feel as if they are talking to actual customer service representative. Meanwhile, they're talking with a chatbot. So what do you use? You use what we call the Power Virtual Agent to build such kind of chatbots, all right? That is also powered by AI, all right? Then we have Power Pages, which is for web development. And like I said, all this, everything that you use here, it's no code. You are not writing a single code to do any form of to do analytics, to do application development, to process automation, building a chatbot or building a website. You are not going to write in any single code. And that's what we call low code and no code application. So like I said, we're going to be focusing more on Power App. Okay, so Power App basically allows you to build custom business applications without extensive coding knowledge. So no code, exactly. That's what we're going to be doing today. All right. So some benefit of using, Power App is the no code development, rapid application development, and you see what we're going to do today. When I say rapid, all right. When we say rapid, you see exactly what we're talking about. Rapid application development. Now, if you want to build an application today, like you have to get a software developer, all right? You have to get a business analyst, you have to get a back-end, front-end developer, you have to get you have to get someone that is specialized in mobile development. Okay. So to build an application now requires a team, like an actual team. You need a tester, you need so many things in order for you to have a business application if you're going to be coding. But with Power App, you can actually rapidly design the application, all right, and deploy, all right. And you see exactly what we're going to do. Rapid iteration and deployment, exactly what I talked about, okay? So if there's something that is wrong, like I deploy, okay, I deploy. If there's an issue if the user points out an issue, they can easily just communicate and make changes immediately and deploy again. Do you understand? It's just, rapid deployment, rapid iteration, and you can always back and forth till you get the perfect system. So rather than you waiting for the software developer to push their code, wait 5 hours for them to push their code and all that, you can actually do that faster using the Power App. Cost effective, meaning that you're not going to be spending so much. All you need is a Power App developer, just one person, not a team. You just need a Power Platform developer that will be able to build the application fast, quick, deploy. All right. And the beautiful thing about Power App is that it can be integrated to third-party applications. All right. So it's not just a Microsoft tool that can connect to Microsoft applications. You can also connect to third-party applications. All right. So you'll see exactly what we're talking about today. Okay. So I'm not gonna, like I said, I just want to spend the next 2 hours, okay, talking about how we can build an app, okay, without writing a piece of code. So in order for you to get started, you would need a Microsoft developer account. Okay, you would need a Microsoft developer account. Now we have created a YouTube playlist here for you to show you how you can create your own developer account. We've created one for you already. All right. So all you have to do is when you get the material, click on this link. This link here is going to take you to a YouTube page where we have walked you through on how you can create your own developer account. You are not required to pay anything. It is free of charge. Okay. There's a way we walk around it where you don't need to pay anything. It's free of charge. Okay. To create the developer account, it's free for you to test run, for you to practice, for you to, get started essentially. It's free of charge. Okay. So when you get the material, you get the recording, all you need to do is just click on the link and create your own developer account. Okay. Have a developer account and you'll be able to have access to Power App. All right. Let's get started. Let's get started. Let's get started. Anytime I have to build, like I want to show you guys the beauty of Power App. I'm usually very excited. Okay. So we're going to build in an HR application. HR. How many of you work? How many of you are working full time at the moment? And how many of you have HR applications in your organization? Let me start up from there. How many, if you are using an HR application in your office, specify the name of the HR application you're using. Or do you just use email to do all the things that you do in your office? Let me see. If you're working full time, what HR systems do you use within your organization? If you don't, Bright HR, fantastic. Okay, that's good. All right. Sage, what's up? Wagbai. All right, HR. It be like say I know they can't work today. Oh. I like that. Okay, Slack. Okay, Seamless HR. I can see Seamless HR is representing over here. Sage also is here. Okay, so you see, the beauty of all this is, the thing about this is people are using WhatsApp truly. It's interesting. All right. I don't know how WhatsApp will work for HR platform, but anyways, if you want to go on leave, how do you not track? Those are the main issues. But anyways, we're going to talk about that. Now, if an organization, and this is where Power Platform, Power App actually plays a strong suit in the sense that now for an organization to get a hold of an HR application, okay, off the shelf, meaning that they want to buy from a third party. So something like Seamless HR, the organization needs to subscribe to them. It needs to subscribe to Seamless HR, correct? So if Seamless HR doesn't have a particular feature in their application, there's nothing you can do. So if Seamless HR doesn't have performance management or doesn't have a particular aspect that you want, you will need to go and buy another application. So you're using two applications within the same organization, correct? So if Seamless HR doesn't have a way you can book your leaves, okay, you want to go on leave, for example, maybe you can't do that on Seamless HR, so you have to send an email, all right? There's nothing you can do. You've paid for Seamless HR, okay? But you cannot book your leave or Seamless HR. There's nothing much you can do. Now, you see, that's the beauty of having the power to build your own custom application. That's the beauty. And that's why organizations are looking at it like this is a gold mine. All right. So why do we need to pay for applications that, why do we need to pay for an application that we don't have the right to make adjustment to? All right. So it might not be HR, it could be something else. It could be logistics, it could be supply chain, it could be finance, it could be anything. So when you buy a product, it's like you get to buy, you subscribing to YouTube. You can't send a message to Google to find out, oh, can you make these changes to YouTube or Instagram? You can't send a message to Instagram. Can you add this feature to Instagram? All right. So rather than me scrolling by myself every time, is there a way I can scroll? Can I, anything, whatever feature you want to add to it? You can't do that, okay? Because you don't own that application. It's a third-party application, all right? So organizations are now looking to say that why buy off the shelf if we can build our own application? Now, before building was very expensive, like I said, building an application before was expensive, right? What would happen? They would need to get a software developer, maybe one or two software developers, okay? They would need to get a business analyst to document the requirement, convert it from business to technical, and so on and so forth, all right? They will need to get a tester, they will need to get, a back end, they will need to get a front end, they will need to, so many people. But now we don't need those people anymore. Not like we don't need them, but for business applications, we don't need them anymore. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be building our own HR application. Anything that we need, we'll put it inside. All right. Anything we need, we'll put it inside our application. And guess what? We are not going to write any code, zero code. Front end do, back end do. We are not going to do any coding. That's the beauty. All right. Honestly speaking, that's the beauty. And that's what organizations are saying. And they're saying that, oh, we need to invest more in this. So this is what we're going to build today. All right. So I'm going to talk to you just a very simple application. Okay. It's just a very simple application. So we're going to start off here. We need a start page, first of all. So for our application, this is what we call a user flow. So take, for example, you go on LinkedIn, for example. Okay. So you go on LinkedIn. I'm just going to go to my browser quickly. I don't think I have, oh, I closed that browser. So sorry about that. I'm just going to bring it back up. Okay. Sorry, guys. All right. So I'm just going to go on LinkedIn. So this particular account, you see, I don't have LinkedIn on this account. So I'll just click here to log in. So you see this particular page is the start page. That's the start page you see here. All right. So every application has a start page where you have to log in or you have to sign in or whatever it is. It has a startup page. All right. It has a startup page. It has a start page. Okay. So in this start page, we need to design the start page. That's basically what it means. So once I click on the start page, it's going to take me to the login page. Okay. So for the login page, all right. So that's where I'll put in my email, my password. If I forgot my password, I can click on forget password. I can sign in and so on and so forth. Basically, the login page. Now, login page already has an account. Okay. If I have an account, if it is a no, I will need to go and sign up. So looking at LinkedIn now, this LinkedIn page, currently I don't have a LinkedIn account. For this particular email address, I don't have a LinkedIn account. So I would need to do what? I would need to sign up. All right. I would need to sign up, either continue with Google or new to LinkedIn, join now. So this is a sign up page for a new user. All right. So I'll click on this and it's going to take me to this particular page for me to sign up. Okay, so that's exactly what I would need to do. So start from the login page. Do I have an account? No. Okay, I will need to sign up. So sign up, I'll need to put in my details, my email, my phone number, my first name, my last name, and all those information. All right. So if the username and the password is correct, okay. If it is not correct, meaning that if I put some restriction, it has to be 8 characters, it must have a capital letter, it must have a number, it must have a special character, whatever it is, it must, those things exist. So if those things match, if it doesn't match, if it's a no, it will ask me to put in the details again. Okay, so that's part of the application we're trying to build. Okay, but if it is correct, it's going to take me to the login successful page. So if I log in successfully, if I put in the right username, the right password, it's going to take me directly to the login page. So this is what we call a user flow. So how you move in an application is called a user flow. All right. So we're going to start from the start page, try to log in. Do we have an account? If it's a no, we need to sign up. Okay. key in your sign up details. That's your name, your username, first name, last name, email, and all that. So if it is not correct, if it doesn't match my criteria that I've set for that particular page, it's going to ask me to key it in again. If it is correct, it takes me to the login successful page. All right. Now, if it is a yes, okay, it's going to take me to, it's going to ask me to key in my details. All right. So put in your email, your password. If it is not correct, it will ask me to put it again. If it is correct, it's going to take me to the login successful page. That's a very simple flow. All right. Just something that you're used to already. Okay. Start from the login page. Confirm if you have this is a decision. So a business analyst, you're still going to learn it. It's part of what you will learn as a Power Platform developer. So this is a decision mark where you have to make a decision. Do you have an account or you don't have an account? If it is a no, you have to sign up. If it's a yes, you will need to key in your details, and that's just the way you work. So that's what we're going to be building today. Very simple. Okay. So we have the start page, which is the first thing we're going to build. Okay. We have the login page we're going to build. We have the sign up page for a new user. Okay. What we're going to build. Then we have the sign up successful page. Okay. So once you sign up successfully, it takes you to this sign up successful page. And the last but not the least is the employee home page. Okay. Employee home page. That's what we're going to be working at. So these are the five, if we have enough time, honestly speaking, I would like to go through all this. Okay. I would like to go through all the pages, but depending on the timing. All right. So, like I said, all you need to do this is to create your developer account. All you need is a developer account. This is your developer account. Once you create your developer account, all right, just go to Power Apps. You see the first part here, make dot Power App. Make dot Power App. That's all you need. Okay. So once you have sorry, let me just open a new page and write it again. Okay, so once you create your developer account, just put make dot power app, okay, .com. Make dot power apps.com. Press enter, and it's going to take you to Power App. Okay, so this is the home page for Power App. Okay, so once you've created your developer account, go to your browser and type in make.powerapps.com. Once you're in the home page, click on create. Okay, click on create, and we are going to be creating a blank app. Okay, so it's from scratch. It's a custom application we want to build. We want to build a custom HR application today. All right, we want to build a custom HR application today. And we're not going to be coding. All right, so we'll start from blank. So you can see you have quite a number of things you can start with. You can start with a Dataverse. You can start with a SharePoint list. You can start with Excel. You can start with SQL database. So SQL Server, PostgreSQL. You can start with a SQL data source. Okay. You could also start with Figma. All right. So if you're a designer already, that's fine. You're in the right place also. That's okay. All right. But you could also learn Figma. It's easy to work with Figma. Very simple. Well, we won't go through Figma today. We'll go through a blank application. So let's start with blank application. Okay. So I'm going to click on blank application. And you'll see blank canvas app. Like I said, we're starting from scratch. I'm not starting with Dataverse. I'm not building a website. If you want to build a website, you go with Power Pages website. So you can start with a website. But I'm going to be starting with the blank Canva application. All right. And I'm going to click on create. All right. So you see, you have the tablet view and you have the mobile view, which is the phone view. So you can either go with tablet or phone. You see the two designs are there. One is in landscape and the other is in portrait. All right. So I'm going to go with tablet anyways. I'm going to go with the tablet view. Okay. And give it a name. So I'm going to go with Tenalytics HRIS. Okay. HRIS stands for Human Resource Information System. Okay. HRIS stands for Human Resource Information System. Okay. So what you're going to do, that's the name that's the name of the app I want to build. That's the name of the app I want to build. I'm going to click on create to create the app. All right. And it's going to take me to my Canva application where I will start to do the magic. So this is Power App. Okay, this is Power App. And guess what? All right, like I said, we're not going to be writing any code. I will design very beautifully, aesthetically beautifully designed application today. All right. And you'll be able to do the same. And I want you to try your hands on it. I want you to try, honestly speaking. If you don't try it, you will not understand how easy this thing is. Okay. And how sweet it is also. Anyways. So let's start. Okay. So this is our Canva application. And you can see here the roads add an item from the insert pane or connect to data. But anyways, we're not going to be doing anything related to connecting to data or anything like that. We'll just be doing, we are going to be focusing more on the design aspect than the backend aspect. The backend is one of the easiest things you can do also, create a SharePoint list, create an Excel file, and so on. It's very quite easy to work with. Anyways, so let's start with the first thing, okay? So on this part, you see your tree view, okay? And you see screen one. So if you look back at the slide presentation I went through, so we're going to be creating the start page. We're going to be creating the login page. So 2 pages, start page and the login page. And let me just go to the main pages so I don't confuse you guys. All right. So we have the start page. That's the first page we want to create. Start page. Okay. So you see where you have screen one, I will need to change the name. So I'll change it by clicking on these 3 ellipses, these three dotted box or 3 dotted line. Okay. Click on that and you see rename. And I'm going to rename it as sign. Okay, it's going to be, sorry, start page. Okay. I'm going to call it start page. You see this, I'll create, I want to create 5 screens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to create 5 screens. Okay. Am I the only one getting sound? People are complaining about my sound. Can you guys hear me well? Just confirm. Please, if you can hear me well, put it in the chat. Just trying to confirm if you guys can hear me.
You're muted, Ifemina.
Did you mute me? Okay, okay. All right. All right. So let's continue. Okay. So all right, thank you very much, guys. All right, so let's continue, okay? So we have 5 pages we want to create: start page, login page, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to go back to my Power App and I'm going to create 5 pages. All right. So I'm going to click on new screen. You see new screen here. I said we need blank. All right. These are other designs that we could use, but I'm going to use blank just to make it easy for you. All right. Click on blank. All right. And I would rename. And this would be the sign up page. All right. Or sorry, is it login page? So I'm going to call it login page, rename login. All right. That's the second page. And the third page, another blank one, is going to be the sign up page. And you just see easy to rename, easy to rename. This is going to be the sign up page, sign up page. All right. That's the third one. The fourth one, the sign up successful page and home page. That's the last one we're going to do. All right. Sign up successful page. I'll just put it as successful sign up or write it anyhow I want. Sign up successful, sign up successful. All right. And the last but not the least is the employee home page, employee home page, employee home page. And press enter. So 5 pages. So I'm keeping it simple. All right. Just for me to introduce you to it. Okay. Keeping it very, very simple. So with the start page, all right, the start page, this is the one that tells you, welcome to Tenalytics Human Resource Information System. So basically a start page where you will need to click in to start your journey, your user journey, okay? All right, so let's design the first page. Let's design this very well, this first page, okay? Let's start with that. Now, this is our start page. I've clicked on start page. This is currently our start page, okay? So you'll notice there's a picture in background. There's a lady in background, okay? You can get a picture online, free, and if, go on Google and get a picture, okay? So you can just go on Google and Google black woman sitting down. Black woman on a computer picture. Okay. If a design you can get it on the computer. Okay. You could just go with that. Okay. And you see quite a number of images will pop up for you. So you can download any of these images or black man, black woman, whatever you're looking for. It really doesn't matter. All right. Just get one, download it and put it in a folder. Just download it on your laptop. Okay. Download it on your laptop. So once you download it, all right, the next thing you need to do is you see this insert, all right, insert, okay? Click on it to insert an image, okay? So you see, once you click on insert, it gives you a list of things you can insert to your canvas, to your canvas essentially, all right? But this time around, I want to insert an image, a picture of a woman, okay? So you see where you have media, all right? Media, you have image over there. So I'm going to click on image. All right. And this is it. This is an image. But obviously there's no picture. It's blank at the moment. All right. It's currently blank. So anytime you want to do anything, all right, you always look at the right. If you want to edit or you want to make changes to anything that you're bringing, any object you're bringing in, you look to your right. Okay. You look to your right. So you see this image I just brought in, you see image has none inside, meaning that there's no picture in this particular image I brought in. There is no picture inside. So in order for me to bring in that woman, okay, in order for me to bring in the woman, this woman picture that I had downloaded, okay, all I need to do is click the drop down. You see, click the drop down. You see that drop down, and you see add an image file. Add an image file. So click on that, and it's going to take you to your folder. So if you have yours on your desktop or your anywhere you have it, it really doesn't matter. Just go to where you have it. Just navigate to where you have the picture, click on the picture and click on open. That's all you need to do. Simple, easy peasy. All right. All right. In order for you to do this in Python, trust me, you have to write so many, you have to import so many libraries. Okay. All right. So you see, this is the picture I brought in. Okay. So the second thing is image position. All right. Image position. Currently, it's currently at fit. I want it to occupy the whole page. I don't want this white, but I don't want this white spaces on the other side. So I'll click the drop down and change it to fill. And you see, I fill the picture. All right. Now, you see, this is the first, this is just step one. Okay. This is just step one. So I want to build an application. All right. This is the application I want to, this is the page I want to build. So I have the woman in the background, but it's too bright. Any text I write on this currently would probably not show very well because of the white background. If I'm using a black text, it might show very well, but I want to make changes to I want to make it, I want to reduce the color, all right? I want to reduce the color. So what I'll do is I'm going to click on insert again, and I'm going to insert a rectangle, okay? Rectangle. Okay, and this time around, I would also use it to occupy the whole space. Okay, and this time around, I will change the color from blue to black. All right, you can use any color of your choice, but I usually prefer to use black. All right, so I'll use color black. I'll click on custom, and I would reduce the intensity. You see, the more I move backwards, the more it fades. All right, the black color fades away. I move it forward, and the more it comes. Okay, the more it comes. So I would want it to be dim like this because I want to be able to write stuff on it. I want to be able to write on it to show, the startup page. Welcome to Tenalytics, Human Resource Management System, and all that. Okay, and that's basically it. So you see, this is it. All right. And like I said, to do this in another application, you would have done a whole lot of code. All right. But anyways, don't let us talk about that. Let's just finish up with this. So now I want another, you see this box here? I have another box here, okay, that demarcates the middle, the center page. That's the next thing I want to do. Okay, so all I would do is click on the box I've created, this rectangle. You'll notice that I have a rectangle there. Sorry, give me a second. You see I have this rectangle, okay? All right, you see I have this rectangle. I'll copy it and paste it again. All right. I'll copy it and paste it again. So I have two, not one this time around. I have two. All right. So you see, click on this box and I'll just resize it. That's all I have to do. Just resizing boxes. Okay. So for this particular box, I would do what? I would reduce the intensity also. I would increase the intensity, I mean. All right. Increase it a bit. So it's darker than the one in the background. That's all. Really, that's all I need to do. So you can see, and this is just still me designing. I've not started implementing anything different. Okay, I've not started implementing anything just yet. All right. So you see, I have a logo here. All right. So I want to bring in the logo. Can anybody guess what I will do? Okay. Can you guess what I'll do? But for me to bring in the logo, can you remember to bring in an image? It's very simple. All you need to do again is click on Insert, go to where you have media, okay? Go to media. You guys are smart. I won't like it. Go to media and you'll see image again. All right. Bring in another image. Past that one. Just bring in another image. So we're going to put the image here. Currently it is none. I'm going to click the drop down and add a new image, add an image. All right. So I'm going to go to where I have 10 Analytics image, 10 Analytics logo. All right. So I'm going to take that and bring it in. And that is it. You see it here? That's the logo. Simple. All right. Now, the beauty about this is, like I said, it is custom made. So if I'm designing an application for this business for 10 Analytics, I am building it based on what 10 Analytics needs, our need, and what we need. That's exactly what I will build for 10 Analytics. So it's not like me going to the market and start countering and start looking around. Okay, which one has management? Which one has this? Which one has that? This time around, I'll build something that is customized. Imagine you go to your tailor and the tailor making you a tailor-made, like a bespoke clothes. That's exactly what we are doing. Okay. So this is the reason why, there's a huge demand for this, sort of, power platform developers essentially. All right. So this is the logo I brought in. All right. You'll see the next thing I have like a line here that demarcates like this line. I'll bring it in. It's a rectangle. They're all rectangles. Okay. So you see there, bring in another rectangle. Okay. The rectangle color, I will change it to white. I'll change the color to white. And that's all. And I'll reduce the line. Okay. All right. And that's all I'll do. Reduce the line and put it here. Just put it in the center. All right. And that's it. Simple as ABC. And this is our startup page. This is our start page. So the next thing I want to write is welcome to 10 Analytics, Human Resource Information System. And this is a button. I'll come to that, okay? I'll come to that. Welcome to 10 Analytics. That's the next thing I want to write. So in order for me to do that, I'll click on Insert and you see text label. When you have text label, I'm going to click on text label. All right. And this will allow me to type, to put in my text in here. Okay. I'll put in my text in there. So I'll put in welcome to 10 Analytics. All right. So it is not 10 Analytics. So let me that points to correct people. Okay. It is 10 Analytics. All right. So welcome to 10 Analytics. I'm just going to be putting, sorry. Welcome to 10 Analytics. I'm going to go down one spot and I'm going to put in welcome to 10 Analytics. Sorry. And I'll put human resources. I'm still going to format it anyways. Human resource information system. Okay. Human resource information system. I would center align it. You see, anything that has to do with editing, just know that it is on the right. So you see the text currently, okay? I want to change the font. I'll change it to Georgia, all right? I want to change the font size. I'll come here and probably increase it to 25. Press enter, all right? And you see it's bigger this time around, okay? So I want it to be here somewhere. You see, the next thing is font weight. So is it bold, semi-bold, whatever you want? I want it to be bold. I'll click on bold, all right? I want to center align it. I'll put it center alignment, okay? I want to change the font color. You see color here, font color, I'll change it to white. And that's it. Simple as ABC. All right, we have there. Now the thing about this page is I need to move from this page. All right. So when I start, it's like you going on LinkedIn. All right, sorry. It's like you going on LinkedIn. I'm just going to use LinkedIn as an example in this class, okay? It's like you going on LinkedIn to log in. All right. You see this thing here, this thing that this sign up. You see when you come to it, it allows you to click on it. It's like a button. It's a button. It's not like a button. It is a button. All right. So you have to click on it. You see, continue with Google, that's another button. You see, new to LinkedIn, join now, that's another button. So you see, you have buttons here. So also, we also want to put out a button in this place to signify start. So that's the start that we have here. This is what we call a button, so that we click on the button to move to the next stage. All right. So if you want to log into LinkedIn, you put in your email, your password, you click on the button for you to go to the home page. All right. So that's exactly what we want to do. We want a button in this particular place. So I'm going to go to insert again. You'll see button, click on button. All right. And that's it. And that's the button that we need, literally. All right. So I'm just going to extend it to make it big a bit. I don't need to, I don't want it to be too big, just something to stand in the middle. All right. So click on that and you see anything that has to do with editing any object in Power Platform, everything is on the right. Everything is here. Very simple. Once you can read, you know what to do. So you see this text button currently is button. I don't want it as a button. I want it to write start. Okay, to start. Okay, that's what I want to change it to. The text color is white. I like it as white. I'll change the button color from blue to orange because that's the analytics color. All right. And I can do any other thing. I can change the font type to Georgia. I can increase the font size to 20. I can leave it as bold or semi-bold. I can do anything I want. But now, tell if you know any software developer or any front-end developer to design this page, okay, to design what we have just done in less than, I don't know, less than 10 minutes, all right, to design the same page using any other, React, JavaScript, and all that. To do this, all right, it'll probably take a couple of hours, if not sometimes days, for them to just recreate what we have here. All right. So that's the beauty of what we say rapid development. Rapid development. And this is what organizations are looking for. Can we build an application to do this? Not like you have to go and start gathering so many requirements, so many codes and all that. You can easily design. See how it took us a few minutes to design a start page. All right. This is literally our start page. Now, what we want to do is when we click on start, when we click on it, like the way you click on this button here to sign in, and it's telling me to put in my email address and password, it's telling me it's basically if I put my email and I put in a password and I click on sign in, it's supposed to take me to the home page. It should take me to a new page. All right. So you see the start button. When I click on start, I want it to take me to, once I click on this start button, all right, once I click on start, all right, it's going to take me to the login page, all right, where I would now put in my email, username, and password, and all that. So you see, it's taking me from the start to, you see, from start page to the login page. So that's what I want to design. So when I click on start, I want it to move me from this page, the startup page, to the login page. So you see what I'll do now. Very simple. And this is where no code comes in. So click on the button. Once you've clicked on the button, you see on select. So basically, once you select, what should happen? When you select, what you see on select, all right, what should happen? You see currently it is false. Currently it is false, meaning that nothing will happen when you click on it. But I'll need to change that. So I'll clean this up. I'll remove the false and I would say if I click on, once I click on that button, on select of this button, once I select on that button, navigate, navigate, all right? Navigate to where? Navigate to the login page, all right? So once a user clicks on this start button, it will take the user to the login page. So I'll type in login, log login page. Fantastic. Okay. I don't even need to remember. It will always auto remind me the name. All right. And I'll press enter. Okay. I'll press enter. Okay. And that's it. Now, you see, I'll click on this play button. I'll click on this play button, all right, to preview the app. You see this play button here to preview the application, to preview the app. So if I click on play, this is the application. Now, you see, once I hover around it, you see it's a button now, all right? Now, if I click on this, it's going to take me to the login page, all right? So that's exactly what we want. You see, it has taken me from the start page to the login page. So that's the whole essence of the button that we created. Now, someone is saying, I'm missing some part of the webinar. Hope the recorded video will be made available afterwards. Absolutely, 100%, 100%. All you need to do is just wait to the end of the session. Like I said, we're going to use just 1 hour, just roughly 1 hour to go through this. It's not going to be too technical, like I said. Just listen. All right. When you get the recording, trust me, you implementing this yourself, you are going to be doing, you are going to be able to do this yourself. 100%. You see how simple it is. All right. So login page, once you go to the login page, we want to design our own login page. You see how simple. All right. So, I'm not a creative person, and it's not a bad thing. All right. It's not a bad thing. I'm not I'm not someone that knows how to design. Do you understand? So if you're scared, you're in the right place. All right. So what I would say is you can also go online to search for ideas. All right. To search for ideas. So um, let's say login page ideas, log in page ideas. So like myself, I'm not creative. I won't lie. All right. So I'll just go to Google and type in login page ideas and go to images. Or more, plenty ideas, plenty. So you see, log into your account, you can design this by yourself. All right. So you see all this, you see there are plenty ideas, plenty ideas that you can actually, take and make it your own. So you see this particular designer, you know how to do it. All you need to do is put the image in the background, put the color to this side, put another color to this side, and you know how to just put everything together. You understand? Hey, login page ideas, and we're good. There are sites you can go to. This Dribble. There are sites you can actually go to get order. Just get some people's ideas essentially. All right, and make it your own. So that's exactly what we're going to do, and this is how we're going to design ours. Okay. So you see here we have an image on the right. We have an image on the right. Okay, this is an image on the right. Okay, so that's the first thing I'll do. So to bring an image, simple. Click on insert, click on media, and you see image. You brought in an image. Simple. All right. So this time around, I'm going to bring in again another image, add an image file. Click on that. I'm going to navigate to where I have my images. I've downloaded them before the program. Okay, so this is an illustration. I'm going to show you I'm going to Google an illustration just so you know how to get your own illustrations. All right, so I'm going to click on this and I'll Google open. Okay, and I'll change it to fill because I want it to occupy the whole space. So for illustrations like this, very simple. I can come here and I'll type in login page illustration, illustrations. All right, and I'll click on enter. So I'll click on images and you see plenty. See the one I'm using. This is what I'm using. All you need to do is right click and save image. That's it. Okay. So you see all this one, you can use this one, you can use this one, there are plenty. Just use the one that doesn't have an application attached to it. You see, you can use this one. You can use any one of them, download any one of them. These are what we call illustrations. All right. So click on that and I'll just design it to the middle. Okay. I'll just put it somewhere in the middle, somewhere like this, something easy to work with. And this will be my illustration. So don't forget, that's exactly what we wanted to do. So see how we're able to do this in less than what? In less than 10 seconds. Okay. All right. Very easy to work around. Now, the next thing we're going to do is, bring in the image. All right. You see this Tenalytics logo. I'm going to bring in a Tenalytics logo. Same thing, same process. Click on insert, click on image. Now, the beauty about it is I have brought in the image before, so I don't need to go and insert every single time. So once you click on the image that you brought in, click the drop down, and you see there, it's an analytics logo reduced. That's the logo, that's the logo I'm using. So once you bring in an image, you don't always have to go back and import it every single time. It records it and keeps it. So you can always reuse it. So click on that image file and click on the logo. Boom, shakalaka. All right. Can somebody say boom shakalaka? All right, feel. Okay, nobody's saying boom shakalaka. Imagine. So I'm the only one talking to myself. Okay, no problem. All right, so that's the logo in there. I have the logo. Okay. Okay, allow. All right, so that's the logo I have in there. Okay. No, okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So that's the logo I have there. I have my logo. Okay. So, but the other thing I want to be sure about is I want a black background. You see this black background. It's a black background. So currently it is white. I also want to make it a black background. So what I can do is I would insert a rectangle. I'll insert a rectangle. All right. I will paint it, change the color to black. Like I said, any object you're bringing inside, just know that if you want to edit it, it's on the right. It's as simple as that. Color, border, disable color, over color, all that. We won't be able to go through everything because of the timing anyways, but it's easy to work around, even just you playing with it. And that's why I say you should create your developer account. Once you have your developer account, you'll be able to play with it easily, free of charge. You don't need to pay anything for it. All right. And you see, this is the page. All right, so that's it. Okay, so I'll bring this in. Oh, can you see? It's going to the back. It's not going to the front. You see, that's a potential problem. Okay, so you see, it's going to the back. It's not going to the front. It's supposed to, this logo, data analytics logo, is supposed to be on top of the black. All right, but currently it is going to the back. Okay, so very simple. All you need to do is right click on that image, right click on the logo, all right, you see reorder, and you see bring to front, bring it to the front. Okay, bring to the front. That's all you need to do. And now you see it to stand gidigba, and that's it. All right. So after logo, the next thing you want to bring in is welcome back. Log in using your username and password. That's all I want to do. Those are text, very easy to bring in. So all you need to do is just I could copy this one. Let me just copy it so I don't have time. I could just easily come here to copy from the login page, from the start page. I'll go back to the login page and I will paste. Okay, because I've formatted it. I like the format already. I don't need to be recreating it every single time. So all I'll do is edit, delete all these ones. All right, and move it across. So welcome to Tenalytics, and that's it. Okay. Sorry. Welcome to Tenalytics, and that's what I'm looking for. I could reduce the font size to like a 20. All right, so I don't want it to be too bold. Okay, 20 is okay. I think 20 is pretty much okay. The next thing is log in using your username and password. This is what I'm looking for. Another text. All I can do is copy and paste, copy, paste, move it down here. I can format it. So currently it is bold. I would unbolden it. I'll make it normal. All right, I can make it italic. You see font style, I could change it to italic. All right, and reduce the font size to maybe 12. So I don't make it too big. All right, maybe 12 is too small, maybe 15. Okay, yeah, I think that's okay. All right, and I can resize it. I don't need it to be very big. It's just change it. So over here, I'm going to change it to log in using, all right, using your username and password. All right, so this is what I want to put here. Okay, now it's looking too big. So all I'll do is reduce the font size to like a 10. All right, and that's what I'm looking for. I just want a tiny part of it, just tiny. Okay, I just want it to be tiny there, just information. All right, just to keep people aware. So like I said, I got this idea from a login page. You can get this idea from any login page. You can use any login page. See, so log into your account, log in using your social network. You can design your own type. Okay, you can design yours. This is just me doing my own. All right, so it's not cast in stone to say that this is how you must do your own. This is just something I came up with. Okay, that I saw and I felt that was cool. And design it. It's as simple as that. All right. So I want, you see these two white boxes, these two white boxes. That's the next thing I want to do. So I'm going to bring it in. So like I said, all you need to do is insert rectangles and change the color to white. That's it. And resize. I'll just make it small. I don't want this one to be too big. I'll make them small. All right. And I'll bring it somewhere here. Okay. Copy, paste, move it to the other side. And that's it. All right. I think if you're a software developer, this they will honestly be angry with us, honestly speaking, because to do all these things, it requires a lot. And I would like to you, it requires a whole lot. But we are doing it in just a couple of minutes, copy, paste, move around. And this is what they call low code, no code. We don't need coding to do anything that we are doing currently. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is we have username and we have a box for where people will put in their username. So if I go back to LinkedIn, you'll see email and password, and we have a box. So for us to put in a text input, essentially, for us to put in our, username and password. Okay, so we have the email and phone number, and we have a box for us to put it in. Okay, so that's exactly what we want to do this time around. So what I'll do is copy and paste this one. I'll move it down. I'll change it to username. Like I said, once I have one already, I can always copy and paste and reformat it. So this particular one, I don't want to center align it. I want to left align or align to the left. Okay, I'll reduce the font size to like a 2, maybe 15. Let's say 15. Okay, 15 is okay. All right, reduce it to a 15. What else? Nothing. I think that's pretty much okay. And resize it. That's all. Simple and short. But now that's just the first thing. The next thing is I want this box for me to be able to click inside to write. So I can write inside this. Do you understand? That's exactly what I want to do. So I'm going to click on insert and you see text input. Text input. So to get input from, for you to type something inside, text input. So I'm going to click on that. All right. And I'm going to drag it down here. Okay, I'm going to drag it down here and resize it. All right, resize. Just make it it's your choice, really. I usually don't like to working with big things. I like it small. Most times, small is usually very wonderful to work with. All right, so this is the box. You see the box already? Text input. All right, so I'm going to play out the text input. You see it on the right here. Default text input. I'm going to clean it up because I want it to be blank. Okay. But if you want int, so currently it is blank, but if you want int to tell the person, to remind the person that username is usually first name and last name, I could put in an int text. You see int text. All right. Int text. I'll put in there username, or let me see what did I put there? I think I used input your username. That's what I put there. Okay. Input your username. So I give him I give an int. The int is first and last name. First and last name. That's just an int. Okay. And I'll close the bracket, press enter. So you see there, but the text is very big. So I'll reduce the font size to maybe like a 10. Okay, you see now it's tiny, it's smaller. Okay, so you could do any other kind of formatting. If you don't like the white box, like I don't like the white box, I would want a border instead of a white box. You see, this is currently white, but I don't want white. I will change it to no color. You see this 000, so no color. All right, so the next thing I want to do is the border. Instead of a blue line around the box, I want a white line. So the border, I'll change it to white. It's as simple as that. And voila, I have my text input. Okay, I have my text input, and that's it. So you see, all these things are what we are going to be building, in the Power Platform program. Okay, so like I said, once you've designed the first ones and you like it, you really don't need to spend your time, redesigning, copy and paste. So click on this one, so Control C, Control V, and move it down. Simple and short. It's not hard. Do you understand? So for username, I'll change it to what? I'll change it to password. Okay, password. Okay. So for int text, I would say input your password. I'll change it to input your password. Press enter, and that's all. Now, input your username, your password, and that's it. So we have designed our username and our password. Okay. We've designed that already. Okay. So let me erase all these things. I've scattered everywhere. All right. Sorry, I like to make a little of annotations. Okay. All right. All right. So just get my pen back. All right. So you see, we've created the username and our password. All right. Two things here, very, very critical. You have this icon, to show you to see. So if I go to LinkedIn, you'll see show to show password. But most time it's like an ice that is cancelled to view the password or not to view the password. So we need that icon over there. So let me bring in the icon. You see how simple it is to bring in the icon. Okay. Everything is in inserts. Okay. Even if you forgot it, just remember, just go to inserts first and check. Okay. So go to inserts and you would see where you have icons. I'm going to drop down the icon, and if you don't know it, you can go through everything. But me, I know exactly what it is. So it is called hide. Okay, see it here, hide. But if you don't know, just go through all the icons that you have there, and you'll be fine. You'll definitely see it. You see it here, hide. It's the same way. All right. So click on hide. All right, and you see this is the icon. See the icon for password. So I will change it. Obviously, currently it is blue. I want it to be white. So I'll click on it, click on the color, and I'll change it to a white color. I'll resize it so that it can fit into the box, into this box. All right. Just resize it. It doesn't have to be very big, like I said. Your design big does not mean beautiful. Okay, in design. So sometimes small is really, really just good to work with. So this is exactly what I want. All right. All right. This is exactly what I am looking for. Okay. And that's it. You see, the design is there already. Okay. So honestly speaking, you guys have no idea what the beautiful thing about starting a career in this, because it's easy to work with. All right. So you have forget password and you have a button login. Okay, you have a button to log in. So all you need to do, your forget password, forget password is actually a button, but people don't understand, people don't know. And I'll explain it to you. Your forget password, when you go to let's say LinkedIn, you see forget password, you have to click on it. If I click on forget password now, it will take me to a new page for me to add my forget password and all that. So you see this forget password in any application, it's button. So I need a button for forget password. Just in case the user forgets their password, I need a button for that. So what would I do? I'll click insert, I'll click on button. So insert a button, see button here, and I'll bring it down here, move it to the side here. All right. Text, instead of button, I'll put it as forgot password, forgot password, and quotation mark. All right. So I'll press enter for it to effect. And the rest thing is just to change the formats. That's all. So for blue, forget password should not have a color. It should just be text. Okay. So it should just be text alone. Okay. It shouldn't be centered aligned. It should be moving to the right. It should be right aligned. So on the right, align right. Okay. And I could change the font type to Georgia. The font size, I could use a 12 instead of a 15. Okay. And I don't need to bold in it. It could just be a regular text, a normal text. Okay. And that's it. So like I said, all these things, I don't know how to design. All I did was to go online to look for something that I could copy, all right, and redesign to make it my own. So looking at this one, you can do the same thing. Logo, welcome to Lovebirds, username, password. You see the forget password there, almost the same design, all right? So all you need to do is do that, and you are absolutely grand. Okay, absolutely grand. The next thing we're going to do quickly is a button again to click sign in. So when I put in my email and I put in my phone number and I click on the sign in button, it should supposed to, confirm my username and password and take me to my own page. That's my LinkedIn home page. All right. So I need, a sign in button. I need a sign in button. So I need another button. So I'll click on insert and click on button, and I'll move it down here as my sign in button. Okay. This will be sign in. So instead of button, I'll change it to sign in. All right. And color, obviously, I'll use orange because it's analytics, and font size. The font color is white already. I don't need to change it. All right. The font type, I'll use Georgia because I've always been using Georgia. And I think that's pretty much okay. I don't need to waste too much time on that. Okay. So that's exactly what we've done. Okay. And we've been able to design all the things we need. All right. And I can just move it up a bit. Okay. That's it. All right. So, but you see, this is for people that already have a username and password. What about if I am a new user? What about if I am a new user? All right, just like LinkedIn. So if I am a returning customer or a returning user, I'll put in my email and password. Okay, and I will click on sign in to sign me in. But a new user would need come here, you see, new to LinkedIn, join now. So if I'm a new user, I can click here to join now. So we need to do the same thing for new users of this application. We need to do that for the same thing for new users of this application. All right. So let's quickly do that. All right. I think that's where I'm going to draw the curtain today. Okay. Okay, that's where we're gonna. So I'm just gonna add the last thing, okay, which is what we have here. Are you a new user? That's all. That's just the next thing I'm gonna put in. Okay, so I'm gonna insert a rectangle first of all. All right, and I'll put it here. Sorry, I'll take questions. I just don't want to, stop the flow in case people, once people get the recording and they're trying to work on it. So I'll put a rectangle here. Okay, I can make it the same size or bigger. Let me just make it slightly bigger. It doesn't really matter. It's just to have a box in a rectangle. All right. So color, I will change it. I don't want a color. No color. I don't want color. Um, for the border, I would use a red border, red color for the border. Okay. You could use any color. It's your choice. Like I said, you don't need to stress yourself, thinking about the color. Or let me just use a white color. Okay. Just for design sake. I would use a dash and I will use 2 for the size of the border so that you can see it properly. So you can see dash, 2, and white. All right. Can you configure the hide button? Yes, you can. Absolutely. So this button, this one here, this is it the hide password? I'm guessing you're trying to talk about. But I'm not getting how or where you're getting the edits to change the button text to say sign in. So all you do once you click on the button, all right, once you click on the button, everything that has to do with editing that button is on the right. Okay, is on the right of your screen. Everything. So to change it, to edit, to do anything, everything. You see properties, text, display button, all these things here will allow you to edit the button. All right. So once you've designed this white box here, this white dotted box, all right, all you need to do is I'll just copy. Okay. I'll just copy and paste. I don't want to waste time. Okay. Copy, paste, and move it down inside that box. And I'll change it from password to are you a new user? Are you a new user? Question mark. Okay. And if you're a new user, there should be a button there for you to click to say click here to register or something. All right. All right. So click on that and I'll click on another button to add another button to the screen. So the person asking a question about the button, you see how I'm gonna edit this button now. All right. So I'll just extend it just to make sure it's covering the page. All right. I want them to be the same size. Okay. So that's like I want them to be the same size. So I just put it here somewhere here like this. All right, bring the button inside, and I just want it to be the same size. All right, same size. So now you see this button, I want to change it. I want it to say click here. So you see this text, I will change it to click here to register. Okay, and that's it. Press enter. All right, I'll change the font type, font color. It's just like you're using a Word document, honestly speaking. All right, so click here to register. I'm going to change the font color to maybe a red, an actual red. Okay, and that's it. So click here to register. Since we've designed our login page. So you see, it's really, customized to suit what the business actually needs. All right. So rather than you going off the market to go and search, oh, where can we buy HR system? Which is HR system can we buy in the market? All right. Seamless HR, border HR, or whatever. I can actually design one. And you can see in just how many minutes now? Within the last 30, 45 minutes, we've been able to design the start page, the login page, and we can do more. It's just because I'm teaching and I'm reiterating and all that. Okay. So this is the beauty about you building an application without coding. All right. So this is just me walking you through what you need to do. And you see all the things that we have been doing here, we've not written a single code. Single code. We've not done that. So I'm going to save this application. I'm going to save it. I'm going to show you the one I designed just before the class. All right. Because we don't have too much time. Like I said, I don't want to keep you too much on the call. It's Friday. You've had a strong, long week. I don't want to keep you too much on the call. So I'll just walk you through the other application I built. Okay. So let me just walk you through that quickly. All right. And you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. Very easy to work around, very easy to, and like I said, that's the reason why the session is free. It is recorded. Once you register for your register your developer account, all you need to do is try your hands on it. Just try. Just try to design what we have designed today. All right. So I'm going to click on the play, preview the app. Okay. All right. And this is the one I designed just before the session. Okay. The one in the slide. Okay. So you see it here. Welcome to Analytics Human Resource Information System. Click on Start, and you see it here. Design. So I can put in here my username. I can put in my password, and I can click on Login. Now, if I click on Login, it's going to take me to the home page. I don't want to go to the home page just yet. I want to go in as a new user. I want to go in as a new user. So I can click here to register. You see here, click here to register. All right. And it takes me to the register page. So here I can put my first name, my last name, my department. Currently it's blank. Like I said, it's just a rough sketch of an application. No data at the back end just yet. The date of birth, I can put in a password and I'll click on sign up. All right. I'll click on sign up. So you see, welcome to Education Without Borders. That's what we are doing. So you can see people from different parts of the world joining in. That's the beauty about virtual learning. All right. Click on sign up. All right. And it takes you to this sign up page. Welcome to the Analytics family. Welcome to Education Without Borders. And you see the login. It will take you. So now because you've signed up, you've created your password, you've created your username, your password. All right. Your site this is a sign up successful page. So I'll go back to login. All right. I'll go back to the login page. All right. And let me just go through that again. Let me just go through that again. So if I click on login now, okay, it's going to take me to the home page. So this is the home page of our HR system. This is the home page of the HR system. So you can see my picture. If it's you that's logging in, to put in your picture, your name, and your current role within the organization. It's going to tell you your time out of work, floating holidays, your sick days. If you want to request for a timeout, like a leave day, you can request for it. So this is designed. So if the organization is looking for an HR system that can do something, that can calculate something, that can track performance, that can track activities, that can track attendance, that can track whatever it is, they can actually build it. It's custom. All right. And this is why these organizations are looking for Power Platform developer. All right. I can see somebody trying their hands on it already. That is fantastic. This is beautiful. You have no idea how amazing this. I'm actually happy that somebody could do this and just, somebody just designed this. Let me just show everybody. Okay. Someone just designed this. This is Daniel, which is fantastic. So you guys should try your hands on it also. Try your hands on it. Okay. So you could design yours. So if it is home, you can go to the home page. These are all buttons. So my info, that's the employee info, the people info, hiring, payroll. If you want to add other features, okay? So this is employee page. If you want to add in an admin page, all right, to see how many people are in the organization and so on. It's gonna be dynamic and interesting to work with. Okay. So this is exactly what we're talking about. Please, where and how can we get on the developer page? Like I said, you can just go to the slide. Once you get the materials, go through this particular link, go through this link, all right? Microsoft developer account. That's all you need. Okay. And you'll be able to perform all the operations that we did in class today. All right. That's all you need to do in class today. Okay. So, like I said, it's easy to work with. Or you can see what we've been able to design. Okay. We've been able to design in the last 30, 45 minutes. Okay. Of me walking you through it. So, all I want you to do is just take out time out of your busy schedule. Just try. And it's not like these jobs don't exist. And that's why I started with showing you that these jobs actually exist. These jobs exist. And I'm still going to show you remote opportunities. Okay. So, without wasting too much time, okay, the demand for Power Platform developers have increased exponentially. All right. It has increased exponentially. So it's not just Power BI. Okay. So, and that's the reason why let me go back to the job search. Okay. And you see now, the beauty about learning Power Platform is you're not just learning one technology. Okay. You're not learning just one technology, or you think you can get a job in one technology. All right. So I'm going to go to read.co.uk. All right. And I'm going to just quickly search for Power App, just Power App as an application, Power App. All right. So, sorry, Power Apps. So you see here, okay, Power Apps 45 to 55. This is just Power Apple. Power Apps developer 40 to 45. Power Apps developer 500 to 800 pounds per day. Power Apps developer 50 to 7. This is just one out of how many within the Power Platform. All right, just one out of how many within the Power Platform. So you see it here: Power Apps, Power Apps, Power Apps lead 80 to 85. Data analyst. This is Power Apps, Power Platform 280 to 550, and this is just Power App. So the training program is going to take you through Power BI, Power App, Power Automate, SharePoint, Power Virtual Agent, SharePoint, SQL, and what? Power Pages. So this training program is end to end to make you an expert in Power Platform. All right. And with the fact that it is low code and no code, all right, all you need to have is projects that you've built. All right, end-to-end solutions that you can showcase to what do you call it? End-to-end solutions that you can showcase to the employer or the recruiter. That this is exactly what I have done. All right. So this training program is for 3 months. All right. It is online, 100% online. So regardless of anywhere you are in the world, all right, you're in Cotonou, you're in Zambia, you're in Ghana, you're in Nigeria, you're in the UK, you're anywhere in the world. This training program is 100% online. All right. So it's hands-on practical sessions with videos, exercises, and projects. So looking at what we did today, the session is practical. So there's always a case study that you're going to be working on, and you'll be working on, you'll be building that case studies for you to understand how to use the application. So it's hands-on practical. All right. The sessions are recorded, just like this session is recorded. All the sessions are fully recorded. You have access to the project, to the exercises, and so on. Now, another good thing is you would have lifetime access to the materials and the experts. So even at any point in time, you forget, okay, in which we're human, we're supposed to forget. It's human to forget. You can always go back to the materials to do what? To revisit, all right, the materials. And you also have access to the experts. So the people that are going to enroll you during the training program, you will have access to them, to myself. Like if you have questions, you have other things that you need to clarify, we're always going to be there for you. All right. So the classes, you have 24 classes, 50 plus topics that we're going to go through for the Power Platform training program. The average salary of a Power Platform developer in the UK is £44,000 per annum. Okay. For this training program, you will build well over 6 projects, end-to-end projects in Power Platform. Now, the key thing for us, okay, having gone through the training program is job visibility. All right, job visibility. And that's the reason why I'm showing that this job exists. All right, it's not me telling you jobs are available. I may not showing you. I'm still going to show you remote opportunities that exist for Power Platform developers. All right, and you will see this. You can check out the sites yourself. Industry relevant certification, you're going to get a certificate upon completing the training program. The training program is for 2 months, 2 months plus, okay? Practical life classes, training programs. And you also get 1 month free internship. You get 1 month free internship. So that internship also allows you to work more on projects, add more projects to your portfolio. I'm going to expatiate more when we get to the growth internship program. So essentially, the training program is for 3 months, 2 months plus of what? Of practical project-led training program, live classes, and 1 month of internship. Okay. Now, this is the progression you're going to go through. This is the progression you are going to go through. So you'll start off with an introduction to Power Platform. All right. Introducing you to Power Platform. What is Power Platform? What technologies are there? What are the key concepts you need to understand? Before diving into the practical, you need to have a very good base before you move into the practical. So you're going to go through, the first thing you're going to learn is Power Apps. Okay, so you learn Power Apps. We're taking a little deep dive into Power Apps today. All right, but you go into it deeper to understand it. Okay, you move into Power Automate. You go into Power Virtual Agent to build chatbots. You also get to work with Power BI. Power BI is another skill set they're going to be working with. Okay, and the good thing about going through this training program is you're going to be learning not just the front end, which is the visualization of using Power BI. You would also be working with the back end. Now, Power BI has a back end that people really don't understand. All right, that people really don't go through in in-depth detail, and that's because they're using it for front-end analysis to build dashboard reports and all that. With the back end, all right, that's why there's a job called Power BI developer, and that's what I'm going to search for next. All right, Power BI developer. Okay, so these are roles that exist that people don't know that exist. Power BI developer. And you see this. This was actually just posted 6 hours ago. Okay, 45 to 55,000. This is just a Power BI developer, which is part of your role as a Power Platform developer. All right. MI/BI developer, Power BI. Okay. BI developer 12-month contract, £400 per day. Just Power BI. Just Power BI alone. So these are the kind of opportunities that people don't really know that exist. That we're trying to make it, we're bringing it to your front to show that this job exists. All you need to do is settle down and learn. That's it. All right. So Power BI developer, you get to work with SQL. All right. So if you notice when we're trying to create the Power App, you could also work with SQL databases, SQL database. So majority of sometimes your data could be in a Dataverse, it could be in a data warehouse like SQL Server, PostgreSQL. All right. So you need to connect. You need to have a very good understanding of SQL, and it's very easy to learn SQL, SQL, structured query language. So basically, you're going to be learning SQL also. Then Power Pages to work with to build websites, to build no code websites, okay, for the business, and you can deploy it externally, internally, so on and so forth. Building your case and creating action. That's the key thing. All right. So because it's an application, all right, you need to be able to gather requirements. Basically, you'll be learning things that have to do with business analysis. So you learn how to gather requirements, you learn how to build, what we call process flow maps, you get how to build user flows, you get to work like you're a business analyst. So you can easily, understand the business problem, all right, design the solution and also document, all the things that you're going through. So basically you learn how to build your case and create actions. Now, the key thing about this is you are going to be leveraging AI all through the training program. Okay. You're going to be working with Chat GPT. All right. You will get to work with Chat GPT for the program. So you'll be leveraging AI all through the course of the training program, from Power Apps to Power Automate to Power Virtual Agent to Power BI to SQL Power Pages to even you working as a business analyst, gathering requirements, building user flows, and so on. You get to work with AI to accomplish this training program. Okay, but guess what? Again, this is just all the technical skills that you're going to be getting from the training program is just 50% of what you're going to get. This is just 50% of what you will get from the training program. So learning all the technical skills only amounts to 50%. Now, the key question most people would ask is, what is the other 50%? I will show you very soon. Okay. All right. So you see, 3 months plus of learning. Okay. Like I said, 2 months plus project-based live classes. So you're going to be building projects from Power BI to Power Apps to Power Virtual Agent to Power Pages and so on. You're going to be working on different projects. We have some of our participants that will come and show you some of the projects they've worked on in class. So just stay tuned. We'll show you very shortly. All right. 2 weeks of capstone project. So at the end of the training program, you are given another capstone project. Now, this project is not in bits. It's not for subject areas, not just Power BI, not just Power App. So this capsule project encompasses all the technologies, how you can build end-to-end solutions using all the technology together. So you get to work on the capstone project that would incorporate Power App, Power BI, Power Virtual Agent, Power Automate, and what's the last one? Power Pages. Incorporate everything together in order for you to build an end-to-end solution for an actual business case. All right, which is a real life situation, honestly. Then after that, you get to work on a 1 month virtual internship. The whole idea of all this is you working on projects. Like I said, the industry is focused more on projects, experience. You will not go to any of these job sites and see a develop. Let's take this one. All right, you won't see certification anywhere. There is no certification. You won't see certificates. You must have a certificate in Power BI. Where do you want to see certificates in Power BI? All right. So you see 3 years experience in Power BI, 3 years experience in SQL. What they're asking for this experience is using it. Have you used it before? Have you used it before? That's the key question. Now, if you've used it before, I want to see where you've used it. Can I see your portfolio? Can I see the projects you worked on? All right. So this is where you working on project comes in. So even though you take the next 3+ months to work on it, build as many projects as you can. All right. And each job market, I can guarantee you will get a job. All right. So virtual instructor-led classes, you will have someone like myself or myself leading you in the class. All right. So you'll be learning from industry best practice professionals, collaborating on Slack, Google, the Google Classroom, WhatsApp, and so on. Okay. So you would have a virtual, instructor leading you in class. Okay. Now, the class schedule, the classes are on the weekend. So even if you are stressed out Monday to Friday, the classes are weekends. All right. And the live classes that we have, they are just on Saturdays, only on Saturdays. So live classes on Saturdays for 3 hours. We have the morning session and we have the evening session. All right. We have the morning session and we also have the evening session. So the morning session is largely tailored to guys in the UK, in Europe, in general, and in Africa. All right. So the timing is between 11 a.m. in the morning to 2 p.m. West African time. And in the evening, all right, you also have the same session for the guys in North America, in Canada, in the US, so on and so forth, where their timing is a bit, they're like 5-6 hours ahead of or behind, of Africa and Europe. Okay. So you have their own timing in the evening, but it really doesn't matter. You might be in Nigeria and you might want to opt for the evening classes. It's fine. It's perfect. It's okay. And you might be in Canada and say that, you know what, I want to be waking up very early to take on the sessions. It's not too bad. All right. So the evening classes is 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. It's live classes. You have an instructor in front of you, taking you through the project. Okay. Then Sundays, you also have classes, but these ones are what we call self-paced. All right. Now, because you're going to be working a lot on projects, okay, you'll be given what we call project end-to-end projects, all right, for you to build on your own. All right. So you have the live classes on Saturday, but you get to work on another project on Sunday, all right, where you get to build another solution. So, and that's how you get to work on more projects during the course of the training program. So it's not just, okay, once in a week, all right, not just one project a week. You can actually do two in a week. Sometimes you can actually do as much as 3 in a week because you still have Monday to Friday where you're given assignments, you're given extra projects to work on. So essentially, one thing, and that's the reason how we have built this training program or all our training program is because of the experience, because of what we are faced in the industry. Now, you say someone is looking for 3 years experience, 4 years experience. They are not looking that you have worked for 4 years. They want to see that you have that experience, all right, over 4 years. If you've been working with that thing for 4 years, that's what they are looking for, all right? But we'll explain all that as we go on. So that's why we are doing projects, it's project led. And that's why the masterclass is showing you project wise the kind of project you're going to be building. So today we built, an HR system. All right. Even though it was just a startup page and the login page, but you'll be able to do more during the live classes. All right. Now, join series of recruitment acts sessions. Now, these sessions are designed for you to get a job. Like I said, the whole essence for you to learn a new skill is not just to learn it and keep it in your pocket. The whole essence is for you to learn it and get a better job, a good job that you can speak confidently outside, earn in foreign currency and all that. Okay. Now, the other 50%, like I said, learning the technical skills only amounts to 50%. Now, what's the other 50% is the key question. What is that extra thing that you're going to do for us to give us 100%? All right. So the other 50% is what will ensure you get the job. That's the other 50%. Now, the first thing there is CV review. CV review is very important. Now, a lot of people led by themselves, thinking they can do it by themselves. No doubt. All right. Motivational speakers will tell you you can do it yourself. Fine, do it yourself. But you see, a ton of people will never make it to the job market. And that's because of one critical thing. They focus more on technical, thinking the technical is enough for them to get the job. Absolutely not. Your CV, all right, is what they will see first. They won't listen to you first. Nobody's going to call you to say, let me just test out this guy or this girl. It's likely you will go through your CV. So if you don't have a good CV, you will likely get rejected. There are times that, back then when I apply for a job, immediately I apply for the job, I get an instant rejection email. All right. That's where your CV review comes in. All right. To beat what we call the applicant tracking system, ATS. So the way we are building our own low code application, HR systems also have been built to track applications. So if your CV is not up to standard, it doesn't have certain keywords, doesn't have certain formats, it's likely going to get rejected. And that's why you see a lot of people get rejection emails. All right. Now that's the CV review aspect, receiver review aspect. We also work with LinkedIn optimization. We help you optimize your LinkedIn. So LinkedIn optimization works like search engine optimization. So if a recruiter is looking for a Power Platform developer, all right, and you are a Power Platform developer, will the recruiter see your profile? That's where LinkedIn optimization comes in. Now, recruiters always use LinkedIn to search for people. So even if they have a post online, they are still searching in the background using LinkedIn to search for potential candidates. Now, on LinkedIn, there is something we call emails. Emails. All right. So there's something we call emails. So if you don't receive emails, even though you're not in Power Platform at the moment, you're in your own career path, you don't receive emails, it basically means your LinkedIn profile is not well optimized. Recruiters should be reaching out to you to ask you if you're open to opportunities and all that. Okay, so LinkedIn optimization is like search engine optimization. If a recruiter goes on LinkedIn to search for a particular career path, will they see you? Is the key question. So LinkedIn optimization will do that for you. Upwork optimization, which is more or less like it's a freelance platform, all right, for you to work freelance from anywhere in the world. So I'm just going to quickly Google it, Upwork. Okay, Upwork. All right, and you see it here. I'm going to click on the first one. Okay, and you see build your business with top freelancers. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to click on the main page, find work for your skill, find work for your skill, and you see find the best freelance jobs over here. So we're going to help you also with Upwork optimization, help you optimize your Upwork profile so that you can easily apply for roles and get gigs as a freelancer. Navigating the job market is also something that we do for you. All right. Being the fact that you're going in into Power Platform, for example, you don't know the kind of jobs you can take on as a Power Platform developer. You don't know the places you can apply for a job. Those are the key things people don't understand. So people might tell you you can do it by yourself, but nobody will tell you how where to apply for a job. Am I going to be applying for only Power Platform developer roles? What other jobs can I apply for? That's what we're going to do for you also. So we're going to help you navigate the job market. So we're not going to leave you stranded to say that, oh, take the training program where I don't care where you apply for a job. We would also show you, we will give you places where you should apply for jobs. We'll show you places you can apply for jobs. We'll tell you the kind of roles you can actually apply to and so much more. All right. So navigating the job market is an essential thing that we do for our participants to help them land a job. Right? Recommendation and reference letter. So once you apply for a job, especially international jobs, remote opportunities, they always ask for reference. They always ask for reference. I just did one that was just 2 days ago, all right, for one of our participants that got a job as a data analyst within the UK. All right. So referencing is very, very important. And we do that for our participants. Or even if you're planning to travel out for your master's, your PhD, all right, most of these institutions are looking for somebody to back up your skills. So you did both in school, all right, but you're applying for a master's in automation, in data science, in data analytics. So they want to see that have you worked or do you have any formal training? We provide you with those kind of letter, recommendation, reference letter. So, these are the things that we add additional to the training program to ensure that you are competing on the global scale. All right. Now, the next thing is job and interview preparation. Okay. So we will prepare you for an interview. So whenever you apply for a job and you get an interview, we will prepare you for the interview. All right. So we have mock interview sessions where we walk you through potential questions they're going to likely ask you. We give you scenarios of, and help you come up with scenarios. So there's something we call the STAR technique. All right. STAR. Okay, for answering situational based questions, STAR technique for answering situational based questions. So if they ask you, tell me about a time you worked on the Power application, Power App, you built the Power App application. All right. So they're expecting you to answer it in this situation. STAR, situation, the task, the action, and the result. So the situation, what led to you building a Power App application? What was the task you went through? What was the action? And what was the result of you implementing the Power App, application? So, we will help you. We are going to help you. All right. Skill you up. All right. In terms of how you answer questions in an interview, we'll do mock interview preparation sessions. We'll essentially just fortify you. All right. To ensure that you can actually go to that interview and do what? And bamboozle the interviewer. All right. So we call it bamboozle. When you go through, the interview process, we tell you, we have one bamboozle this interviewer. And you see, this preparation has really helped our participants land jobs across the world. All right. So we also have mentorship sessions. So we don't still leave you. We still provide you with mentorship. So we bring in experts within the field. We bring in people to come and mentor you to tell you how they went through, the challenges they faced. All right. The whole essence of this mentorship session is to show you what people have gone through so that you can avoid it, show you the pitfalls. All right. So how do people transition? How do people get there? Essentially, you can also just watch, all right, and listen, all right, and you can always learn from them. Then the last but not the least is on the job support. So we provide on the job support. So if you apply for a job, you get a job as a Power Platform developer, Power BI developer, Power Apps developer, whatever it is. Okay. All right. And your first day or your first week or your first month, they give you a particular activity for you to perform. We would help you. We assist you during the process of even you after you land the job. We still help you. All right. So it's still part of the package itself. Okay. That's exactly what we're going through. So for going through the Power Platform training program, you can also apply for your roles as Power Platform developer, business intelligence analyst, systems analyst, process analyst, business analyst, Power BI developer, Power Apps developer, and process improvement analyst. So these are the roles this is some, not all. These are some of the roles you can actually take on as a Power Platform engineer. All right. So, the internship program is end to end. During the training program, you get to work on projects, but during the internship, you get to work on more end-to-end projects. Okay, Sai is saying that guys sign up. I'm a data analyst in the UK now after my course in January. Fantastic. Sai, it's good to have you on board. Probably I will get to talk to you in the next couple of minutes where, come and share your experience with the guys on the call at the moment. Thanks a lot for that. All right. So the internship program, even after you've gone through the training and you've worked on projects, you do your capstone project, you still have internship where you still work on more projects. Like I said, it's projects that will get your foot into the door. Projects, having a bouquet of projects that you can showcase to recruiters. Now, this is what I've done. I know how to use Power Platform. I know how to use Power Apps. I know how to use Power BI, Power Virtual Agent, and these are the applications I have built. So you'll be working a lot on projects. So the internship also is end-to-end projects that combine all the things that you've learned, all right, how to combine, how to integrate solutions and all that together. That's what you'll be doing during the internship. So it's 1 month immersive training program, immersive internship, where you can add it to your CV. All right. You can, 1 month on your skills and you have a project review with an expert. So you'll be working on more projects and it will be reviewed with an industry expert. So that's the additional level that we are provided. So, I've showed you some places you can apply for remote jobs. Okay, so now I'll just show you one just because of time. I know this is almost 10 o'clock. I said I was going to do 2 hours. So I'm just going to show you one, but the sites are there for you to check out. So I'm going to check Glassdoor. Okay, so I will need to sign in. So I'll use another browser that I have that is already signed to Glassdoor. All right. So I'm going to minimize this and I'm just going to show you, okay, that remote jobs exist. Don't say that it's only people in tech. Power Platform is tech also. All right. So I'm going to click on jobs, okay, and I'm going to look for Power Platform. Okay. Now this is currently I'm going to restrict it to just the United States. All right, just the United States. Okay. And this is the United States. And you see, this is currently all the jobs, Power Platform jobs that are available in the United States. But the key thing that we're looking for is work from home. Work from home. Work from home. That's the key thing that we're looking for. So I'm going to tick the box to switch it on. Okay. Now, all the jobs available here now are work remote. You notice that they're all having remote on the jobs. And these are all jobs in the US. All right. So you have it's Power Platform Consultant, Power Platform BI Engineer, Power Platform Consultant, Power Platform Consultant, Power Platform Developer, and these are all remote roles in the US. Once you finish with this, you can move to Australia, all right? Okay, and do the same thing for Australia, remote opportunities in Australia, and so on and so forth. So you see, all these things exist, right? All these things exist, and all you need to do is just have the skill, all right? So the global demand for data scientists, for Power Platform engineers, all right? You see, Canada is doing the global talent stream. UK is having a global talent visa. Germany, so, say on. All right. I'll still show you this. Okay. So the training program is going to be starting on the 2nd of September 2023. The 2nd of September 2023. All right. The original fee for the training program is £400. All right. But we are running a discount. All right. Early bird discount for the first 20 people to register. For the first 20 people to register. So if you want to be part of the first 20 people to register, please register now. Okay, so rather than paying £400, all right, you can actually pay £300 and you can still pay 2 installments of £200 and £100. All right, if you're going to be paying in Naira, it is 270,000 Naira instead of 320,000 Naira. It's early bird discount and you can pay 180,000 Naira to secure your position and 90,000 Naira to do what? 90,000 Naira for the second installment. And guess what? The second payment comes 1 month into the training program. 1 month into the training program. So all you need to pay now is 180,000 Naira to secure your position. Isosa, do you want to bring in the people now? Our participants for them to speak. Isosa, are you there? Isosa, you're muted if you're speaking.
Okay, Sorry about that. One of the participants just reached out to me now, that is going to join in very, very soon. But before it joins in, I would just like to show us one other application. All right. So Efemina designed an HRO kind of application, an HRO application literally. Okay. And that can perform HRO duties. But that's not the only thing you can use Power Apps for. You can use Power Apps to build more complex applications. All right. So I'm going to show you this very soon. So let me just share my screen now. Okay. Just if you can stop sharing your screen for a moment. So let me just show them something real quick. Okay, so great. So now take a look at this application. This is different from the HRO application that we just built. What does this do? Okay, so this helps an organization that is into, I'm sure we all know of this some organizations that they have technicians all over. Okay, so maybe you have a broken electronic, or probably you have a broken cable, something is wrong with your wire, all those guys that fix things like that. So this company, they are into that kind of business. They are into that field, in the sense that you call them up saying, oh, I have a problem with this tool, I have a problem with this particular system. Can you help me with this? And then they've sent a technician straight up to wherever you're located to help you fix that up. Okay, so that is what this application does. So this is the start page. Efemina designed something similar, but you can see this another design. Someone asked in the chat box, right, that do we need to make it look the certain way for things to work? And I replied saying, you have the power to design the application in whatever way you deem fit. Okay, so you can see this different from what Efemina built earlier. So it's a canvas. You are the artist. Okay, so I'm just going to log in now. You can see we have the team, the contact, the about us. If you want to know more about the organization, we have the knowledge base where you can see more like a mini Udemy. Okay, so this application has like a Udemy account attached to it, whereby you can see different videos on how you can make probably like work better, okay, in the organization. All right, so I'm just going to log in now. So as soon as I log in, this is the login screen, whereby we still don't have an account, so I can click on this to sign up if I'm a new user. So I already have multiple accounts, so I'm just going to sign in. And the way this application works is that the application notices the role of each and every individual in the organization. So if you are the manager, when you sign in, it takes you to another screen. If you are a technician, when you sign in, it takes you to a technician screen. So each person in the organization has different permissions to access different things in that application. Okay, so I'm sure we are all aware of some permissions that we grant to applications and all that. So I'm going to show you how it works very, very soon. First, I'm going to be signing in using the manager's email. Okay, so I'm just going to sign in real quick. So I have John. So John at gmail.com. Okay, so this is all in the back end. You're going to be taught how to do all this when when you register for the course. So this is very, very simple as well. All right, I'm just going to use login that's input the password and click on login. Okay, so as soon as I log in, you see that it takes the manager to this particular screen. This is where they can log in service request. Okay, so a customer calls and saying, oh, I have a problem. And then this is where the information is going to be logged in for the technicians and dispatchers to see it. Okay, now this is the first screen. Let me show you something else. All right, so now this is the dispatcher screen. Okay, so I'm just going to log in real quick. You see I'm using another email address. And the application is also going to take note of this. All right, you see it's not going to take me to the same screen which I had just now. So I logged in and it takes me straight to the dispatcher screen. And on this screen, the dispatcher can see the various the different service requests that have previously been logged into the application. Okay, so I can scroll horizontally to see everything. So we have the bad motherboard. So I'll just go back a bit. So we have bad motherboard, we have the bad circuits, the broken wires, and all that. Okay, and we have the number of requests pending, all that. So if I click on any of this to see more details, so I can click on the bad motherboard, it takes me to the detail screen where I see the name of the technician it was assigned to. I see the customer's name, the phone number of the customer, the status of that service request, if it's being worked on, or if there's something more that maybe it needs to be, you need to call someone and say, oh, I gave you the stuff to do for a while now, and you're not yet on it. No, all that. We have the description. So it says fail a flight of stairs. That's the application, the system now, or the electronics, whatever it's wrong. Okay, so it says fail a flight of stairs. We have the address. Okay, and so if I go back now, I can click on another thing. Let's say bat switch. You can see that I have bat switch here. So this is dynamic. It's not as if I have to build for each and every one of these this service requests. No, as soon as it is logged in, the application knows what to do. So it just takes everything, works on it, and then sends it back to you. So you don't have to start building each a single screen for each and every one of the service requests. Not at all. All right. So I can also see the list of technicians. That's the technicians available, whereby we have Bios, a technician, Sandra is a technician, Egosa is a technician, and all that. And currently, I have no for the various technicians that they are not available. So I can see the list. Sorry, as they are available, right? So I can see the list of available technicians at this point. And also the dispatcher can see a map showing the location of each and every one of the service requests. All right. So as soon as a new service request is logged on to the system, this map captures the location of that service request instantly and then adds it to this map. Okay, so I can scroll, I can make this, just a moment. I can zoom in. Probably if I want to see the location more, I can see the countries and all that. Now, this is the dispatcher screen. I'm just going to show you one last thing, which is the technicians. Okay, so I'm just going to log in. So this is the login details that were created while signing into the application. Okay, so just, okay, great. Sorry about that. Okay, and then the password. So the password can be more complex. It depends on the user, all right? So this is the technician screen. As you can see, we have a technician on the background, and then the technicians can still see the service request as well, right? But now, there's a key difference between the technicians and the dispatcher screen. What's that? Let's take a look. So if I click on any of this now, as I clicked on the bad motherboard, and I get taken to a map screen for the technicians. Now, the technicians are able to take a look at the votes, okay, that they can take from where they are currently to wherever they need to be to fix that issue. The dispatchers are the map that shows the location of each and everything, okay? But the technicians can see the votes directly to where they need to be. So the application caters for each and every one of the stakeholders' needs. All right. Now, note, this was built with Power Apps. Don't forget that we are still on Power Platform. This was built with Power Apps. To show you something real quick, if I go back, I click on broken wires, I see the location of the broken wire. So I have the address beneath at this point. I see the location. So it's dynamic. This is located in Italy because the organization is an international organization. All right. So if I click on the bat switch, I see another location. And remember, when a new service request is logged in, as long as that address was inputted, right, it will still appear on this application. So that's what the application does. You will learn how to build this if you register, when you register, and join us in the Power Platform class. And you'll see that this is very, very easy using the Power Apps. Okay, so that's what I just want to show you very quickly. I would like to know if Bamidele is on the call now.
Oh, you can confirm that. We can confirm that real quick. Just gonna get you to stop sharing. But absolutely brilliant presentation, very brilliant presentation. We're just gonna go back to sharing my screen so that people can see. So like I said, it's only available for the first 20 people. I'm gonna be taking questions as we go on. So some people have questions around systems requirement. It runs on both iOS and Windows. It's not like it's not about not running on iOS. It does run as long as you have a web browser. It runs perfectly on your system. All right. So it's run. All you need to do is just have a Microsoft developer account, which is free of charge. You can create yours. It's free. You don't need to pay any subscription, nothing. All right. So for system requirements, you don't need anything gigantic. Okay. A basic system, 4 gig, 8 gig RAM. If you're having SSD, 256 and above, if it is hard disk, 1 TB or whatever, any system you have is perfectly enough. All right. So we're not building any, very complex or quantum application. We're just building a very business application that we can deploy for the business. That's the key thing. So you see the program, the projects you're going to be working on, ISOSA just came in to showcase one of the projects they worked on in class. And guess what? That is a real life project. So ISOSA works remotely, all right, for firms not just in Nigeria but across Europe also, all right. And that application was one he has built internally for an external client, all right. So and that's why you see them, all the locations are across the world and all that, basically even across Europe itself, essentially. So you see, those are the opportunities that you will get, all right, from going through the training program, working on real life projects that we have personally deployed, worked on, is what we use to train people. Now, the training program is going to be started on the 2nd of September, 2023. It started on the 22nd of September, 2nd of September, 2023. And the discount, like I said, is only available for the first 20 people to register. It's only available for the first 20 people to register. So if you want to be part of the first 20 people, please register now. All right. And the good thing about this also is you don't need to pay the whole 180,000 naira to register. You can secure your position. The key thing is to secure the discount. All right. The discount is not, it's an early bird discount. It's not going to be to the end of the month or anything like that. So what you can do is to secure your discount. So if it's 100,000 naira, you can pay now to secure your discount, secure a discount. But the key thing is you need to balance 180,000 naira before the 2nd of September. Before the 2nd of September. So whatever amount you need to pay to secure your position, your discount, then you can balance the rest before the 2nd of September. The training program is end to end, all right, in terms of the kind of projects you work on, the kind of solutions you're going to be building, absolutely detailed. And guess what? You're not coding, all right? You are not doing any form of code, and you're still competing with the regular coders, the developers, and all that, because you will still be building the same applications, you will still be building custom applications, so on and so forth. All right. So you see all the applications that we're building are custom, meaning that it is tailored towards a particular purpose within the organization. So the organization needs an HR system. They don't need to go and buy. You can build for them. They need a tracker, like ISOSA came in, all right, to be able to track, employee activities, all right, technicians, inventory or track inventory, supply chain, logistics, whatever it is, you can easily apply this to any field of your choice. All right. And even to work as a consultant for a third-party company is also something that is very big. Even within Nigeria, we have participants currently working for large banks, all right, building applications for their organization. So these are the things that you have access to. Okay. Let me see if I can take in any other question. All right, let me show you the class just to show you how the class is structured. So you see exactly what we have in there. All right. So I'm going to take you through the classroom, the Google Classroom, where you have all the materials, all the case studies. So you see these are the people that started last month. All right. They started in August. So these are the people that started this month, August. Okay. So I'm going to go to Classroom and you see how everything is structured. So you see they are currently on Power Apps and they're still working on Power Apps. So you see the training program is structured in a way that it helps you understand. All right. So we start off with the skills assessment session, just like a game night session where you get to assess your current where you are. All right. So know where you are when you start the training program. That's where we do the skills assessment session to exactly know for you to even measure where you are, like in terms of your capacity, in terms of your intellectual capacity and all that in terms of Power Platform. So we assess that at the start. All right. And it's very important because the moment you can assess the way you start and you can always measure how your growth is, it's usually encouraging for you to learn more. All right. So at the start, if you don't know what Power Platform is, you don't know what Power App is, you don't know what connectors are, you don't know how to work with templates and so on and so forth, it's fine. All right. This is just the onboarding session just to capture your initial stance within the organization or within the training. All right. So you see the first class, Introduction to Power Platform, and every session is recorded. So meaning that even if you miss the class, you would have access to the recording. You have access to the recording. So the sessions are recorded. All right, that's ISO, so you can see in there. Okay, sessions are absolutely recorded. So you say introduction to Power Platform. All right, also there, session recorded, session is recorded. All right. Now the good thing about this is it comes with what we call watch me do it videos. Okay, and I'll show you the watch me do videos as we go on. But let's just take a look at just give me a second. I'm looking for the Power App so you can see some of the participants, what the participants are doing in class at the moment. All right. So you see everything is registered. I'm just trying to say, let me just play this particular one, okay, for us to go through it. Okay. So while that one is loaded, but you see everything is arranged. Even if you miss a class, the session is fully recorded. And you can always go back to revisit the video to watch the video all over again. All right. So anytime you need it, okay, you would always get the recording. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can raise up your hand. I'll be happy to take your questions. If you have any questions, I will be happy to take in your questions. All right. So you can raise up your hand. I'm going to take your questions one after the other. Okay, so the training program is end-to-end. Sorry? Okay. Okay, so this is the class and we can just go through it. You can say I still start walking them throughout the building. And like I said, instructor led. So we're going to be building this in class. It's not like, you just build it from magic. So you can see we're starting from scratch, teaching you all the things you need to learn in order for you to be able to build your own application from scratch. Okay? So those are the things that you're going to be working on. You're going to be learning as we go on with the training program. All right? Okay, so that's exactly what we are talking about. That's exactly what we are. And you can see here, we have job sites for you to apply for jobs. Okay, please, I'm not going to show you this. This is our secret. All right, where you can actually get, remote opportunities, remote jobs. You can see it's a lot. All right, so even if you just settle down to look at them, you would see every single one of them there. So job sites where you can apply to. You see the interview prep. So whenever you apply for a job and you get an interview, all you need to do here is to schedule, a preparation session, all right, a mock preparation session, and would help you prepare you for the interview. All right. So you see, everything is documented, everything is prepared just so that you have access to it. Even if you miss the class, like I said, all the sessions are recorded. Classes start on the 2nd of September. If you want to be part of the first 20 people to register, to get that early bird discount, please register now. Secure your position with a deposit and balance. All you need to do, ensure is you need to balance 180K before the second. So even if you're paying 100,000 naira to register, all you need to do is pay 80,000 naira to balance. But if you say you want to wait till the end of the month, I can guarantee you that you are likely going to be paid the initial fee of £400 or 320,000 naira. Okay, so let me take some questions and yeah, I so whenever the guy comes around to present, let me know please. So I'll give you guys permission to unmute yourself so I can quickly take in questions and I don't want to take too much of your day. Okay. Let me start off with, I'm just going to give you permission to unmute yourself. I'm going to start off with Stephen. Stephen, do you want to go ahead? Shotola.
All right. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Good evening. Perfectly, yeah.
All right. Thank you for the introduction. I think this is more like a tester session, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. Because I've just been patched in by a friend. I didn't start from the beginning, and so
Okay.
my friend actually encouraged me that I should try and participate and listen and see if it's something that
Amazing.
would be interested to me. And the way you've spoken so far, I've just joined like in the last 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I'm quite impressed, but then I just needed to, because I have a finance background and I'm not a tech person. So I'm
Okay.
just looking at how I'm going to like measure up, or like how I'm going to be able to cope when I join the class. And then secondly, I want to know what is the like the connection between Power App and like my background, which is finance. Is there anything, because I'm open to learning and I like learning things. So when I heard you speaking, I'm actually impressed, honestly. And
All right.
my interest has increased, and I really want to join the class. But I want to see, um, is it going to take me away from my finance background, or there is a way I can still remain in my finance background and then apply myself in the area of this Power App, so that I can be more relevant in my
You're
present organization. Yeah, thank you.
fantastic. You are a very smart and diligent professional. Like, all right. So Power Platform is something that can be applied to any field. So like today, all right, we worked within the HR space. So to create an application for the HR department. Now, in my own personal experience, I've built application for finance for the finance team. Now, let me explain that. Now, as a finance professional, probably you're dealing with third party, maybe you're dealing with vendors, different vendors that probably send you PDF documents every week of probably invoices and all that. Okay, you can build an application that would get these invoices from these people, convert it into maybe convert it into a report, for example, and automate the entire process. So if that particular process takes you maybe a day, 2 days for you to gather these invoices together, to prepare the invoice or to analyze the invoice and all that, you can easily do that as quick and as fast as possible using the application. Secondly, you can actually use it to build like a budget tracker application. So maybe you have different departments. So before they will send you Excel sheets, okay, or Excel sheet, PDF document, Word document, and all that. So rather than doing that, you can actually build an application that all the departments would be able to, different heads of department can input their numbers or input the numbers they want to put in, and thereafter they'll be able to, you just tell them this is the application we have built for this particular purpose. So whenever you want to build, let's say whenever you want to, a new term is coming or a new quarter is coming, put in your numbers in the application. Don't send me Excel. All right. Use the application, put in your numbers, and everything is automated. Now, the application is going to extract, is going to get the data, the numbers from each department. Now, you can connect Power BI to that application. Now, whenever somebody submits that thing, your dashboard would show. So you see, you're building an application not just for collecting data, but also for visualizing. All right. So you visualize, so you can see, oh, all right, the total budget for this department was 60,000. Last month was 40,000, but this month they're going over. You can actually have an end-to-end solution. So anything that, just think about what you do on a daily basis. All right. Just think about what you're doing on a daily basis. I can tell you every single thing can be automated. And that's where Power Platform comes in. So looking at invoices, I don't know what department you work in. I know it's finance. Finance is very broad. But looking at everything you do, like I tell you can build an app for it, all right, to automate. All right, you can use a Power App, Power Automate to automate it. You can attach Power BI to do your, what do you call it, your dashboard. You can even implement Power Virtual Agent, a chatbot. So if it's a large organization whereby people are really sending in requests, all right. So let's say I'm going for an event and I need extra code. Is it extra code they call it, or out of office? All right. Why are you sending me email? Don't send me an email. I have a chatbot. So anybody that wants to get, anybody that wants to interact, that wants to get extra code or out of office, you don't need to send me an email. There's a chatbot dedicated to that. Chat with the chatbot. The chatbot will confirm all your details, confirm everything you need to do, and whatever confirmation that needs to be done will be confirmed. Do you understand? And if it doesn't want to be confirmed, we'll probably escalate to a senior manager or to somebody within the team. So it's only when the chatbots will not be able to implement, okay, it will escalate to someone, a higher individual within the organization, or you would automate it. You would specify that once the chatbot can't do this, all right, escalate. Do you understand? So just think about what you're doing on a daily basis, or just think about using Power Platform to enhance what you're doing, to make it better, to make it faster, to make it efficient. That's the whole essence of the Power Platform. All right. So I hope that makes sense, Stephen.
Exactly. Thank you.
All
Does.
right, perfect. Yes, no wahala. That's good. Thanks a lot for that question. Brilliant questions. Looking forward to having you in class. Secure your position as soon as possible. Yeah. Okay. Stephanie, let me take you next. Stephanie, let me take you next. Then I'll call him Bamidele to come in.
Hi, good evening. Thank you for the class.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, sorry, I have two questions. The first one was from the illustration you gave earlier, and I've been asking a question in the chat, but nobody seems to have answered. I wanted to know that the login page or the register page, is it compulsory to use an illustration side by side? Is it compulsory to divide it and use an illustration on one side, just like how you have here, and have your login design or register design on the other side? What if you want to make the login or register design, like the whole page? Is it compulsory to break it into two? And
so it's not compulsory to use an illustration. Like I said, me, I'm not. I'm I'm not that person that would sit down and be thinking about creative way to design. Okay, you seem like that. So it's fine. You can come up with your own idea. So this is somebody's idea. All right. Somebody else's, you can do anything. This person is not using any illustration. There's no illustration there. Yeah, you can design it any how you want, any way you want. The moment you see this person has probably an image in the background or something in the back. So you could use it, you could design it any way you want. So that's the freedom you have also.
Okay, I thought maybe for the login or register page, it's compulsory for it to just have that format.
That's all.
Then my second question is, okay, so the reason why why I'm even present today in this course that I came in contact with online yesterday is because I'm at the place with a group of friends where we actually want to build an app, right? And so we're at the budgeting phase and we are thinking, oh, we have to have like so many people, graphics designer, this one. And so when I saw this flyer, it just piqued my interest. But one of my partners, she asked an intelligent question, and she said that, okay, let's say we make this investment, to learn it, and and we get all the knowledge, of course, after making such an investment, you want to stay tuned to what is being taught, right?
Yeah.
Would there still be a need for me to I know you said something about working with third parties and the concept, but would there still be a need for me to would this still be compulsory? Do I still need to now bring in someone that will probably have to like do coding? Because this is an app that is not just supposed to serve us within the organization, but to like a large audience. Exactly.
Like an external, you're
Yes.
going to interact externally, yeah?
Yes. And so because I know this the Power App application, it's under Microsoft. And like I was sharing with her, I told her this is just Microsoft making up an alternative. Other people being exposed to this, you begin to see that other companies who want like understanding it, but it doesn't completely pick out the people that already know how to code. So I'm just trying to know, how do we like balance this up? I don't want that
I
make an investment and we still have to.
Okay, I get what you mean, 100%. Now, Power App is designed for business solutions, okay? For business solution. So if you're going to be working, you would likely need it's not a website, okay? So we have Power Pages that can allow you to interact with external users. Now, Power App you won't be able to take it outside for someone in the US or somebody in Nigeria to just log into your app. It doesn't work that way for Power App. Okay, so you would need the person has to be within your domain.
Within the
right?
team. So we have
Within
to
the
bring
team,
somebody
within the
in-house
organization.
that would have access to our, like, yeah.
Exactly. All
So
right. That's the
probably
power.
modify it the way. So basically, we would still need, and like, let's say, I'm just going to use the term because I'm not the tech bro. Yeah. So I'm transitioning
So basically,
totality from communication. But you basically need someone like, let me just say, either a developer or an engineer, one person that is in-house that has like a proper understanding of front end and back end, just in-house.
no, so for Power Platform, you don't need any developer, zero developer, zero, nothing, zero. So
Okay.
if for an organization, if you want to build a custom application for the team, for the organization, you just need a Power Platform developer. But the moment you're now looking at building an application, take for example, you want to build like an Instagram. Power App,
Exactly.
no,
Yeah.
you can't use Power App to build an Instagram. Okay.
Wow.
So you can use it to build an external, very large, dynamic and real time. So this can be used for real time also, but it's going to be internal, like a domain for an organization.
Oh,
Take for
I
example,
hear you.
Analytics needs an application for a particular purpose within the organization. So whenever let's say, take for example, you pay for a training program, we need an application that would onboard you. We need an application that we can design an application for that. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Within the organization to ensure that you are satisfied within the organization. But the moment you now start interacting with externals and all that, it becomes a bit complicated. You could use Power Pages for that. All right. Power Pages can be used for that, but it's going to be web-based. All right. It's not going to be an application that you can download from iOS or from Play Store or from the iOS store and all that. It doesn't work that way. So
The
this is
moment it goes into the stores, we'll need to be codes needs to come in.
Yes, exactly. You need to get a software developer, or a mobile app developer and all that. 100%.
Thank you for being so honest and for just opening that up for me.
Yes.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no
So
problem.
this is more or less provides answer for like in-house solutions, basically.
In-house
But we can
solutions,
decide
yes.
to learn this as a team, build something in-house, then work with a software developer.
Exactly. You could do that. 100%.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Have a good evening.
Yeah, no problem, Stephanie. Thanks for that question.
You're welcome.
Yeah. All right. So that's a very good question. And so the key thing for Power Platform, and I just want to write on what Stephanie has really the very, very, very interesting question she has asked is Power Platform is designed for internal. So if you look at Power BI is internal to do business intelligence, to analyze your business data and to come up with insights from your business data. All right. The same thing with any other application out there. So Power Platform is majorly to build solutions for businesses. So you see the likes of any top organization looking to probably rather than investing in building a custom, rather than building getting a software team to build a system, they can actually hire a Power Platform developer to develop that same application in the shortest period of time, faster than a normal software. So it's majorly internal than external. Now, Power Platform is trying to go external through the route of Power Pages using, web applications, all right? But it's not going to be something you can download on iOS or you can download on Android and run it on your phone. There's a mobile app. You can use mobile app. You can design a mobile app, but it's going to be internal, not external. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. All right. So the training program, and that's what most organizations are looking for people to come and build solutions for their organization. So rather than me going to buy an application like Sage, can I build an application within the team? Sage is large anyways. That's a very, very, or SAP. All right. But applications like Leave Tracker, all right, a leave application, testing application, customer complaint application, and all those things that you can easily, implement within the organization. That's exactly what we're looking out for. All right. Let me take Peter. Peter, you doing?
Thank you very much. I've been with Ten Analytics for a while now, but fortunately, I've not been having time to do any of the training. I actually have two questions. My question, because I didn't know how I'm a kind busy, I may not be able to attend the class if I register, but
Okay.
due to my engagement presently. But I just want to know, within that period of training, are you saying you're going to be an expert in all the Power Platform application? Because I know even Power BI itself, people use in 2 months because Power BI itself is a lot. So now you're going to take Power BI, you're going to take Power Hub, you're going to take Power Pages. Like, are you saying within that short period of time, you'll be an expert to go in that any of the direction, or is a must that when you're saying you're a Power Platform developer, they expect you to be a professional in all the platforms? Is that what it means? I'm a bit confused because I know people that only knows Power BI, and that's what they used to work in UK, in Canada. That's what they know. In fact, I have a friend that doesn't even know there's Power Page. I can guarantee you. But you know Power BI, and that's what they've been using for 14 years. But now
Amazing.
it was when I attended this training, I got to know there is other, even me, I don't know truly. Then I got to know there's Power Pages, there's this. Does that mean you have to know everything, or you are going to be specialized in one of these
All right.
platforms?
So with Power Platform is dynamic in the sense that you so most times when they say Power Platform developer, different organization is different across different organizations. Some organizations are looking for Power BI, Power App, and Power Automate. Some people are looking for Power Automate, Power Virtual Agent, Power BI. So it varies. No organization is casting. So I can't say that, oh, every organization, say Power Platform, is looking for what, everything together. No. All right. Some organization is specialized. Okay. They want just Power Automate, Power Virtual Agent, and maybe Power BI. It depends really. All right. But I think majority of the time when they say Power Platform, all right, the three constant ones are Power Apps, Power BI, and Power Automate. Power Virtual Agent and Power Pages, yes, you see them frequently, all right, because of how dynamic they are also. But those top three, those are the ones that are in high. Those are like the key ones that you would be, that is more or less like a constant with every Power Platform role that you're going to bring for. Now, it doesn't mean that organizations cannot look for just one out of five. Now, take for example a Power Platform developer, Power BI developer, and that's why you see there are rules around Power BI developer, not Power BI analyst, Power BI developer, meaning that you're good with front end and you're also good with back end of Power BI. All right. So a lot of people don't understand the back end of Power BI. All right, working with Power BI, how to work with Power BI data set, data verse, data flows, creating data pipelines, and all that. That's the back end of the probably the program itself. All right. So in terms of becoming an expert here, we have a participant within the team, within the organization that is currently going through the training program. I want the person to share his own experience. Okay. So Bamidele, apologies. I know just sorry for I'm taking our time too. So Bamidele, do you want to share with the guys, all right, what you think about becoming an expert in the field itself? So you are going through the training program. I want you to speak to the guys, to everyone on the call.
Yeah, okay. Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me, Efemena?
Yeah, perfectly. Perfectly.
All right, great. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Well done, guys. Yeah, so I mean, I also joined a session like your session, and I got to learn about analytics and what they do, and so I got on the training, Power Apps training. Sorry, Power Platform developer, and yeah, the truth. I mean, we started from beginning of the class, hands-on, and we were already introduced into the platform and how to build applications, and even into some technical frameworks that are also being used in the development space. So for people who don't have technology background, who are not tech guys, as it is, they also have as part of the curriculum an introduction into those technical space. So you get to understand, like people will say, the technical jargon of a particular of a particular field, right? So I mean, we learn things like SDLC, software development lifecycle, and how some of these things work, right? And we went to the application, started building application. I remember when I started my class, first day in class, started building application.
Sorry, do you want to turn on your video so they can actually see you? Is it possible? Yeah.
All right, that's fine. Can you see me?
Yes, I'll add you though. Yes, they can see you now.
Okay, good. So I don't know. All right, good. All right. So this is me. All right. So like I said, so all right. So we the application and started from day one, and it was awesome. Facilitators are great. I mean, they'll settle down and give you what you need. I actually had the plan to show one of the applications we built in Power Automate, but unfortunately, I have the system I'm with does not have this Zoom application, so that's why I'm joining on my phone. So I would have shown you something we built on Power Virtual Agent, actually, like a bot that was built for me for a commercial. I'm trying to see if I can show you via, maybe I can just try to flip my screen, my video, and see if you can see my screen.
All right, so will I be able to do that? I'm coming. Let me stop sharing, and I would remove my spotlight. So it's not very clear, but you could just do it in 1 minute, so we can. So this is the virtual agent.
So this is the virtual agent. So this is just like a bot I can speak to. So I want to register to become a seller at Commerce Bot, and I can just say I want to be. I want to be a supplier, and then it will just give me a response. Okay, so it's not sure. So let me say I want to sign up. I want to sign up. So it's still in the growing phase. So my bot is still a baby because I didn't have. So it's giving me. Can you imagine? I even made a mistake to say I want to sign up, and he understood what I wanted to say. I said, BigCommerce is reliable business partner. We are glad you want to sell with us. Registration is seamless. Here are details on this pro seller, premium seller. It gives me a description and is asking me what category of seller am I interested in. So I'm interested in becoming a premium seller. So I want to sell premium, and it says, okay, welcome to premium seller category where you can sell three kinds of products. And he's asking me my name. So let me tell him my name. Say my name is Bami, right? Bami is here. I want to sell. And then the system by itself tells you, thank you, Bami. It recognizes me. And then it's saying, kindly provide your email. So let me provide my email. Let me say bami@gmail.com. And then he's saying, oh, okay, confirm that. He's asking me to confirm it, my mail and email address is this, and that should they proceed? And I say, yes, please proceed. And they say, okay, thank you, Bami, for your interest in being a premium seller. I will begin the processing of your registration immediately. And I'm saying, thank you. I'm telling my bot, thank you. Let's see what he will say. And they say, you're welcome. Wow. Okay, so bye. Bye, bot. Bye. Right? And my bot is, sorry. Oh, sorry. Where is it? Where's my bot? Sorry, just a minute. So I have two bots actually that I'm building. Okay. Oh, it started from the beginning. I mean, so that's basically how it works. And I mean, when I started the class, I had zero knowledge about Power Virtual Agent. Absolutely zero knowledge, right? Really, I've never used it before. But I mean, I'm able to build a small bot that is able to learn and able to grow. And so that's what the experience is like when you're with Analytics. I mean, even with zero knowledge, they have the expertise and competence to take you to, I mean, a level where you can actually start building things on your own. I think that's very great. Thank you.
All right, fantastic. Thanks a lot, Bamidele. I appreciate you taking out time on a Friday to speak to people about your journey. So just to ride on what Bamidele said, trust me, guys, the training program is going to make you, you are going to be absolutely confident. And that's because you're going to be working a lot on projects. You'll be working on quite a number of projects all through the course of the training program. All right. So there's a demand for Power Platform developer, and I've explained that several times why the demand exists in the first place. And you're going to be learning all these technologies, all right, in isolation, all right, one after the other. Power Platform, Power App, Power Virtual Agent, Power Automate in isolation for a start. But you start to work on project that involves integration, working with all these applications together. All right, building this application, connecting this application to Power BI, and having like an end-to-end solution, not just for the application side of it, but also for the BI side of it. And after the training program, quite a number of opportunities will exist for you. So once you make payment, I can see some people have sent me, a couple of messages about payment. All you need to do is once you've made payment, click on the link. All right. So there's a link I saw sent to the chat several times. So there's a link called the main start link. Okay. The main start link. So once you click on it, it's going to take you to the main start page. All right. And you will get this. So once you make payment, all you need to do is register. You see initial or and full payment. Click on this, upload your initial and full payment receipt here. All right, click on that, and it's going to take you to a new page for you to, put in your. Sorry, I have to log in. All right, all you need to do is just click on this for the receipt to upload your receipts. So once you make payment, please upload your receipt. Please upload your receipt. All right. So once you click on that main stack link, you see it here. See it here also, mainstack.me enroll 10 analytics. So once you click on that, it's going to take you to this particular link. It's going to take you to this page. All you need to do is just initial and full payment, upload your initial and full receipt here. So just ensure you make payments to secure your deposit. If you're waiting to the end of the month to get a discount, it's likely not going to be available, and you will be faced with paying the original fee of 320,000 naira or 400 pounds. So this is just an early bird discount for the first 20 people. Let me take Fred. All right, it's almost it's almost 11, so I was also be calling it a day. All right. So Fred, do you want to go ahead with your question?
Yeah, I want to go ahead. Thank you, Femena, for the program. I joined late anyway, but I was able to grab some things. The other time when you anchored the one on data engineering, and today you're anchoring a Power Platform developer, I was a bit confused. Is a Power Platform developer a subset of data engineering? Yes or no? Secondly, what's your answer?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, there are two different directions.
Career paths, yes.
But which one is more technically oriented? Is it data engineering or Power Platform?
Technical in the sense of what? What do you mean technical? They are both technical in the sense you're still learning a technical skill. So I'm not sure what you mean technical. Are you talking about coding?
Yes.
Okay, so data engineering is heavy on coding. So for data engineering, you'll be coding in Python. You'll be working with Python. You'll be working with Spark, PySpark. You'll be working with Apache Airflow. You'll be working with AWS. So it's more code based, all right, than Power Platform. Does that make sense? Now there are two different career paths. Yeah.
Two different career paths. Okay, but the background of a participant in this field must not be someone who is not engineered, who is not in the engineering field.
Zero. I'm not.
Or anybody.
Anybody, literally anybody. So data engineering, you don't have to have any background. I have economics, all right? So I think the misconception, maybe the confusion here is if a man took data engineering, if a man again is taking Power Platform. Now, that's my own experience. Like I said, I do a lot of freelance, I do a lot of contracts, and I started early. I wouldn't say I started early, but I was opportuned to work with quite a number of firms, and maybe I would explain that particular. There's something we call job hopping. All right. So what I did was I didn't stay too long with a particular organization. I moved quickly. All right. Moved to gain enough experience. So I've worked across different ecosystems, all right, within the data, majorly within the data ecosystem. So I've worked as a BI developer, I've worked as a data analyst, data scientist. So I have a very good scope of every aspect of the data ecosystem and Power Platform also. So I have a degree in economics. I did economics in university back in Nigeria. All right. So that's what I have. That's legit, okay. I've gone forward to do a master's, but that's not relevant. But I just collected it just for the sake of it. All right. But like I said, you don't need any background in anything. I did economics, but I can do data engineering. All right. I did economics. I can do Power Platform engineering. All right. So it's not, you don't have to have like an engineering background. You don't have to do physical or mechanical, electrical engineering for you to be able to do data engineering. No, it's not the same type of, it's not the same type of engineering. All right. So, you just have to have the interest. The key thing is interest. Okay. Once you have interest in in this particular field, it's our job to unhold you and guide you through the journey. All right. So that's the only thing I would say. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but essentially,
It makes
yeah.
sense. It makes sense. And my next question goes this way. If
Okay.
one is interested in both, which one will you advise one to take first?
That's not left. That's like a personal decision for you. All right. Power Platform, data engineering, there are two career paths that are in demand. And that's the reason why I don't hide anything. A lot of people will not want to show you the contract positions, the full-time, the part-time, the remote opportunities, and keep everything to themselves. The idea is for you to learn the skill and get a job. All right. Remote, international, within your organization, within your country, wherever it is. The key thing for us is for you to secure a job, to bag a job. All right. Within the career paths that you choose. All right. So it depends on you. What you want, and that's why we're having this master class to show you what you will do. What does the Power Platform developer do? This is what they do. This building application we did today. That's what the Power Platform developer. And I'm just going to show you again. I know you mentioned that you came a bit late. So building applications like this is what the Power Platform developer would likely be working on. All right, building applications, end-to-end solutions. This is what the Power Platform developer would be building. All right. The data engineer, on the other hand, is building data pipeline. It's two different career paths. All right. Data pipeline meaning that you're moving data from one place to the other. All right. That's basically what you're doing as a data engineer. So it's two different career paths now. It's left for you to, and that's why we're doing a masterclass to show you what you can actually do as a Power Platform engineer and as a data engineer. All right. So we're not hiding anything. It's just for you to just make your decision, what interests you, select it, and go along with it. Does that make sense? Okay. Frank, do you want to go ahead?
Okay, sorry, very quickly before Frank goes ahead, I just want to add something to what previous participants asked, right? So you mentioned that you might still be trying to decide between which of the, if you want to go for data engineering or Power Platform engineering. Okay, so we have clarity sessions during the week. So all you need to do is just reach out to any of the admins in the WhatsApp group chat, and then we book you for one of these clarity sessions where you get to ask more questions on how these fields work, right? So you can make a good decision on which of any of these fields you would like to go into. Okay, but that should not stop you from making your payment first, because like I always say, it's first 20%. Okay, so it really needs to be fast about that. So even if you make a part payment now, you can still switch to any program of your choice before the program starts. So don't be scared that if you make a payment now, you can switch and all that. So I just wanted to add that in there. Frank, you can go ahead.
All right. Good evening. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, perfectly. I can hear you. I can hear you perfectly.
I want to say a very big thank you for this eye opener. Although I had a little network issue, I wasn't really following up at the time the program was going on. I have just one question to ask. For this Power Platform, can you build a mobile app with it? And then in conjunction to that, is it possible, like for the Power Pages, is it something, I don't understand that Power Page. Is it something you can build a website and then it can be accessible by the general public, probably sort of like add a domain name to it? So that's just
Yes.
the question I want.
All right. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. For Power Pages, you could use the Power Pages to interact with external users, meaning that you can actually publish in the web and other people from external outside the organization can access the website and leverage it. All right. In terms of the web, in terms of the mobile application, I'm just going to show you real quick in 2 minutes, in a second actually. All right, so I'm just gonna go to the home page. Okay, I'm gonna leave this page. I've saved it already. So if I go to create and I click the bank app, I click on blank app, I can click create a mobile app. So you see the phone and you have a tablet. So this is landscape and this is mobile app. Okay, so we have templates. Okay, we have templates. There are quite a number of templates that I can actually use to show you what a mobile app looks like. So looking at this help desk, looking at the structure, this is a mobile app. So I can quickly just leverage this template quickly. This is an help desk application. This is a template that you can adjust to your own taste. It's a template you can adjust to your own taste. Just give it a second. It's likely going to take a few seconds for it to get started. All right. So it's a template that you can allow. All right. It's a template that you can actually fine tune to your own taste. So this is a mobile application and you can deploy for mobile app. Okay, so take for example, I click on play. So you can see we could actually switch between, you see, this is a tablet. If you want a tablet view, you can use the Apple iPad, and so on and so forth, Samsung Galaxy Tab and all that. So for mobile phones, we have the iPhone screen, the iPhone X, and so on and so forth. All right, and in terms of browser, you want to use a browser, how it should look like on the browser. Or you can always select the one that you want. Let's say you can select any phone you want and see how it looks like on a mobile phone. Okay, so if I use the iPhone 12, 13, 12 Pro Max, 13 Pro Max, or let's say 14 Pro Max and all that. So it looks like this, and this is how it looks like on browser. All right. So log into your Helpdesk user. You can click this to log in. You can click that to log out, log into Helpdesk, and so on and so forth. But this, like I said, is just a template. All right, for us to just for you to showcase it. So you can actually use mobile app. You can build mobile app, and for the organization essentially, you can actually build it. All right. So, this is like I said, this is a help desk application. You can put the title, the category, priority, and so on and so forth. You can actually do that. So, this is absolutely what you need for you to get started. So yes, you can actually do that. With the Power Pages, you can publish to external, meaning that you can publish to the web, and external people with outside the organization can actually have access to it. All right. So those are the things that we're going to be talking about. So please, if you're going to be registering, ensure that you click on the link and register. So once you go to the browser, once you click on the link, it's going to take you to this. All you need to do is upload your initial payment. I can see some people sending me messages directly. Click on that link, upload your payment, put in your email. Like I said, you can actually specify initial payment, okay? All right, and I'm just going to put in some blank information just so you see. All right, I'm going to put in Ifemena, okay, at analytics.io. Okay, all right, what's it now? Okay, there's a space there somewhere. All right, first name, I'm going to put Ife, last name, IK, all right, gender, male, payments, initial payments, I'll say initial payment. Now, it's also said something very important, okay, which is you can actually specify. So if you're still not sure, all right, and you need to speak with either myself or anybody within the team on a one-on-one basis, you are looking for one-on-one. You see, you can actually select, I need to speak with a professional. So now, the key thing about this is securing the early bird discounts. All right. And even if you select, I need a professional and you want to make a switch, or even you register for Power Platform Engineering, and you find out that, oh, do you know what? I want to actually take on business analysis later. You can still make that switch, from Power Platform Engineering to business analysis. The key thing is securing the discounts. That's the key thing I would like to say. And we've helped quite a number of people. The key thing for us is getting people their job. And what has helped us more this year, or what has really pushed us more this year, is due to what we achieved last year. All right, so achievement for 2022, we helped over 300 people transition into their first job in tech. That was what we did last year. And we said, okay, do you know what? If we were able to do 300, now these 300 are people that had no prior experience, zero prior experience, meaning that we had people that were bakers, we had people that were, entrepreneurs, all right, they never worked in any organization before. They relocated to Canada, they relocated to the US, relocated to the UK, and now they are working, within what do you call it, the training they learned. Some of them learned data analysis, are currently they're data analysts, they are data scientists, they're Power Platform engineers, they're data, so on and so forth. So we did this last year, all right, help people transition into getting their first job in tech. And really that's what, we now have people working across different organizations across the world, HSBC, Amazon, Microsoft, Nestle, PwC, Coca-Cola, and so on and so forth, all right? Trust me, there are quite a number of organizations, that they've gotten into that are not currently on the slides. All right. So with our impact, we did quite a lot last year. Like I said, you see, Business Day was saying Tech helps Africans across 4 continents land tech jobs. All right. You could see also PR5, you could Google them. They are an European-based newsletter. All right. And they also got a wind of what we're doing. And you can see Tech reiterate commitment to help Africans get tech jobs in Europe, not just in the UK. We have people getting jobs in Norway, Germany, Poland, so on and so forth. And these are the things that people are recognizing us for what we are doing. All right. So 5 Africans win, we had a data analytics hackathon, the largest, the biggest one last year. You can see it here. 5 Africans win big in data analytics hackathon. So these are the things that we have been doing out there to ensure that people are getting into the tech space. So earlier in the year, also April 7, in April, to commemorate the International Women's Day, we gave a very big discount to women, all right, to get more women interested in tech. So first of all, Africans, we are disadvantaged already. Now, even women are at a more disadvantage, they are more disadvantaged essentially. All right. So in order for us to, create that enabling environment for women to learn tech, we give them discount to 300 women, all right, across the world, in order for them to benefit from, getting into tech. And guess what? We have quite a number of them getting jobs now across the world, in the UK, in Canada, in the US, and so on. All right. So we also had one of our data analytics hackathon this year, the first one for the year. And you see the caliber of people that we have on board. Michelle Conway, who is currently the lead data scientist with the Lloyd's Banking Group in the UK. Sadiq currently works with Google as a smart analytics customer engineer. Sebastian works with Cambridge University as an AI ethics researcher. And Olamide Jola currently works as the head of data and analytics with Wema Bank in Nigeria. So you see, these are the people that we have in our arsenal that we leverage, all right, in terms of mentorship, in terms of, experience, showcasing experience, and so on and so forth, all right? And you see the links are there for you to watch the hackathon, the links are there for you to read the articles, all right? So just to be sure. So you see, there are still also testimonial for people getting jobs across the UK. And you see, Chizoba currently, Chizoba said that I will definitely inform you on the outcome of the interview. Thanks for organizing the interview preparation with Byron. I appreciate. So you see, we do the interview prep. So you apply for a job, we prepare you for the interview. All right, you go and bamboozle them. Okay, all right. And once you finish, you see, I got the job, just waiting for confirmation. Guess what? She's about currently works with the NHS in the UK as a data engineer. All right. Same thing with Idris, also currently working with Jaguar Land Rover with, as a data engineer. Also the same thing. Same thing with Sunday Adelusi, all right, currently working as a regulatory data analyst within the UK. As you can see, the message is just to confirm. All right. Yes, I have been hired. All right. Those are the key things that we're getting people. And majority of these people had no prior experience, zero prior experience, data analytics, data science, power platform engineering, and so on and so forth. Nick got a job as a data scientist in the US. All right. So I got the job, man. Got a confirmation now. Thanks so much for your help. Just absolutely fantastic, Nate. You see, also, business support analyst in the UK, business analyst, business data analyst, junior data analyst. Yeah, a ton of testimonials. All right, ranging across different programs for our training program. So you see, Miriam, Ifeoma, all of them transitioning into Power Platform, into data science, data analytics. So these jobs exist. All right, the jobs exist, but the key question is, do you have the skills to take on this job? And that's where we come in to train you on those things and tell you you can actually and hold you, literally hold your hand and guide you into your journey into tech. Those are the key questions. Those are the key things that we do for you. All right. So we have a ton of testimonials. We're going to be sending the materials to you for you to have a look at it. All right. And see what you come up with. So essentially, the early bird discount is only for the first 20 people to register. And that's where we are going to be calling it a day. So please, in order for you to secure your position now. Okay? Secure your position now and ensure that you're part of the team. Okay, it's not going to be, oh, if you may not attend your session early in the month, sorry, I know it's late, can I still make payments? You're likely going to be making payments on the full amount, not on the discounted. And that's what I'm saying. Secure your position now, secure with your deposit. You can balance the payments before the 2nd of September, and we can kick started from there. All right, guys. Thank you very much. And if there's any other question, please don't hesitate to reach out. And if you still need further clarity sessions, or you need clarity, you need further, you want to ask more one-on-one questions, you don't want to ask group questions like we have currently, please ask your question, register for the one-on-one session. So if you're on the WhatsApp group, okay, if you're on the WhatsApp group, all you need to do is signify that you need a one-on-one session, and we'll make it work out for you. All right. So it's not going to be the end. Thank you very much. And if you had a wonderful day, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. If you had a wonderful day, I want you to. Okay, Fred has raised up his hand again. I'm just going to mute it. I think we're going to call it a day from there, anyways. Fred and Steven also. Fred, okay, let me just take this question quickly before we call it today. Fred, do you want to go ahead?
Sorry, my network took me out.
Okay. Quickly, do you have a question? Do you want to ask? I can see your hand was raised.
Can I get the link for payment?
Yes, it's in the chat. All you need to do is, I'm just gonna paste it one more time. Okay, I still say
and the payment, the price still goes the same for all the programs.
Yes, all the training programs are the same price, okay, except data engineering, okay, but all the training programs are the same except data engineering.
So what is the difference for?
What's the difference for data engineering, or what's the difference for? I can't hear you. Sorry, I'm not sure.
Yes, for data engineering.
Oh, data engineering is based on the complexity of the training program also, and the caliber of people that will be taking you. All right. So data engineering is not, it's difficult to come by. All right. That's a facilitator. All right. So it's quite expensive in terms of, the technologies you're going to learn and the things you're going to be working with in class. That's why it's slightly more expensive. The duration is also more. All right. So those are the things that we factor into the cost of the training program. All right. Does that make sense? So all of that was like at the same price, just data engineering that is slightly more expensive due to the program structure and the caliber of the things that you'll be doing in the training program. That's all. Okay, I think that's all the questions. I can see people already say, okay, I'm still with you, boss. Let's say we did it together. All right. My namesake. All right, Babajide, thank you very much for joining. Thanks a lot, everyone. Please register as soon as possible. All right, so that you can take on the early bird discount. Thank you very much. And if you had a wonderful time, if you had a great time, if you learned something new today, I want to, okay, shakalaka. All right, can you guys say yeah, yeah, and let's call it a day. If you had a wonderful time, can somebody say yeah, yeah, and let's call it a day, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Protocol,
Yeah.
right? All right, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. Have a wonderful evening, and looking forward to seeing all of you in class. All right. Classes start on the 2nd of September. See every one of you in class. Cheers, guys. Have a good night, everyone. Isosa, good night also.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.